Alright, let me mess around with the audio settings. Seems like we're good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are tracking some severe weather through the Pittsburgh region, over through Ohio, down through West Virginia as well. Got a couple severe warnings going on, but first let's take a look at the severe thunderstorm watch. Severe thunderstorm watch is in effect until 8 p.m. tonight. This does include southwestern Pennsylvania, as well as northwestern Pennsylvania, northern Pennsylvania, up into New York as well, and then all the way through Cleveland, Toledo, Bowling Green, Columbus, down through Cincinnati, and then it even includes some of these counties down here in West Virginia as well. So we are looking at, looks all the way down through Pocahontas County here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure everything's good. Audio's good, thanks. Appreciate it. I was watching this little cell coming to the north of Weirton earlier. Let me show you guys earlier. It did look like it was starting to develop a little hook on it, if you can see that right there. But that has pretty much fizzled out. So it looks like more of just a rain event, maybe a little bit of wind in there as well. The main event tonight is this big line that's stretching from Fairview down through Jefferson, all the way through Warren, New Franklin, and down through Mount Vernon and Columbus. A few thunderstorm warnings there. We have a couple down here as well, down towards Buchanan and Weston. Tornado possible tag on these, so let's take a look at these ones first. If you are in Weston or down through Buchanan, you definitely want to make sure that you guys are in your safe spot. These storms will be coming through, packing a punch, that's for sure. So let's go into the warning criteria here. So tornado possible tag. Hail is less than 3/4 of an inch, 60-mile-per-hour winds possible. This is for northeastern Gilmer County, Lewis County, northeastern Braxton County, and central Upshur County as well. This is until 5 p.m., so we got another about 45 minutes on this storm. So severe thunderstorm was located near Glenville, moving east at 40 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, and possible tornado possible tag as well. So it's going to go through Buchanan, Weston, Glenville, Stonewall, Jackson, Jackson Mill, Burnsville, Jane Lou, Sand Fork, Camden, Baldwin, Lawrence, Stouts Mills, Sand Run, Walkersville, Allen Bridge, Tolemansville, Lynn, Horner, and French Creek. This includes Interstate 79 between mile marker 76 and 106, and Route 33 between mile marker 1 and 7. Like I said, tornado possible tag on this. Let's take a look at some of the velocity data here. And we definitely don't want to do 30 frames. Just go back a few frames. So yeah, we definitely have that area of convergence where those two storms have connected together. So this is right over, looks like Aspinall here, heading towards Stonewall Jackson Lake Wildlife Management Area. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that for sure. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Appreciate that. I know you said you had a storm down there in South Carolina earlier today. I think it's actually still going on, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's just probably offshore now, I would assume. Yeah, it looks like most of the activity is offshore. Do have to watch some of these little bands coming in through Garden City Beach, just to the south of Myrtle Beach. A couple storms to the south of you as well. So definitely stay safe down there. Alright, so let me look at some of this data here. Look at the storm relative velocity. It seems like right then when that storm converged there, so this was right over, this looks like between Donlin and Blackburn, was that area of rotation that came together as the storms converge there, which is very interesting to watch. This is going to head up towards Weston and Buchanan, up towards Aberdeen and Berlin as well. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually issue a tornado warning on this, especially radar indicated tornado warning. Yeah, this storm does have a tornado possible tag, so we're going to have to watch this very carefully as this storm progresses, especially with that area convergence as those two cells came together. Let me just watch the merger here. So you can see this storm was a little bit off to the west. This storm is down to the south, and then they actually came together and formed that area of rotation, and we're going to have to watch this little appendage on the back of this storm as well. So the area that I'm keeping an eye on is right in here. So if you live in Aspinwall up through Finster, Roanoke, and eventually through the Stonewall Jackson Lake Wildlife Management Area, and then Georgetown, even towards Gaston and Lawrence, you guys are going to be under the gun here for the potential of a tornado. Even down to the south here as well is a little area of rotation. This is coming over Burnsville Lake Wildlife Management Area, heading up towards Chapman, eventually towards Weimar and Jewel here, and then Frenchton as well. So these two areas, got one here, and you also have one down here. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on this storm as it comes up to the north. Thanks, brother. Sounds good. Appreciate it. It's a work in progress. You know, we're trying to get everything together up here. Still watching this cell coming into just to the south of New Cumberland. Like I said, this actually had a little hook echo on it earlier. Let me take you back a little bit. Probably have to go back. Let's go back 30 frames. So actually, as this storm came into Tappan here through East Shore Cottage area, and then over through Hanover, you can see that real nice hook echo. It started to develop earlier, but now it seems like it's more of a rain event. This is heading into Frankfort Springs, and then eventually up into Independence and Ambridge. This is in Beaver and Allegheny counties. So we'll keep an eye out on this little storm as well. We'll definitely keep an eye out on this main line. Like I said, severe thunderstorm watch until 8 p.m. tonight. That does include Fairmont, Clarksburg, Morgantown, New Martinsville, Buchanan, all the way up to Pittsburgh, and then even up into the Lake Erie area as well, and into New York, Rochester. So it's pretty big severe thunderstorm area. Severe thunderstorm watch area, I should say. This includes Washington, D.C. as well, all the way down through Richmond. A couple storms developing again down through South Carolina, Tennessee, North Carolina. So we'll take a look at it. We got another tornado warning. This is over towards Punxsutawney and DuBois. This is radar indicated. Let's take a look at this. National Weather Service in Pittsburgh has issued a tornado warning for southern Jefferson County, PA. This is until 5 p.m., so at 4:20, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 9 miles east of New Bethlehem or 10 miles northwest of Punxsutawney, moving east at 30 miles per hour. So locations impacted include Punxsutawney, Reynoldsville, Sykesville, Big Run, Timblin, Worthville, Anita, and Knoxdale. So move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a well-built building away from windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, please move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Do not park under overpasses, guys. Definitely don't want to do that. Yeah, it looks like you got a... there might be some storms coming through your area down there in South Carolina as well, brother. And yeah, there's a couple rounds coming in through the Pittsburgh area tonight. I would assume most likely at least 2 rounds of severe thunderstorms, possibly non-severe for the first round. Second round could be severe, so we'll have to watch that as that main line comes through later on this evening. So let me get everything ready here, make sure that this is all good. Sorry, YouTube chat just kind of crashed for a second there. So I hope everybody's doing good. Like I said, tornado warning up through Punxsutawney and DuBois. Let's take a look at some of the velocity data. See if we can see any spin in here. Let me get rid of this. There we go. Looked like there was a little bit of area of convergence there between Timbaland and Ringgold. Storm relative velocity. Yeah, it's basically saying the same thing. So up towards Ringgold. So right in this area, right along 536, this is going to head towards Sprankle Mills, Coulter, and Markton. Eventually up through Cortez as well. So tornado potential definitely increasing with this storm. See anything on correlation coefficient? Most likely this is hail. So let's take a look at the VILs, vertically integrated liquids. Looks like some hail falling there as well. So it looks like less than an inch hail. So this is most likely 3/4 of an inch or so. This storm is not anywhere near the Fairmont area. This is all the way up through Punxsutawney and DuBois. These cells down here, the tornado possible tag, these ones are going to be to the south of Fairmont. However, you do have some showers and a little bit of rumbles of thunder moving in. This is heading into the Mannington area. Just to the west of Fairmont, but this most likely will miss the area. This is going to go up towards Mannington, up through Granttown and Baxter. Looks like these cells are beginning to... so there was a little interaction zone there, right in the center. Let me try to slow this down for you guys. So right in there, as you can see that this cell broke off basically and got absorbed by this other cell, which created that area of convergence. So still, I wouldn't be surprised if a tornado warning wasn't issued on this storm. Nice mesocyclone coming into Roanoke, heading into Stonewall Jackson Lake Wildlife Management Area. We shall see if the National Weather Service issues a tornado warning on that. Back up to the north, let's take a look at the storm relative velocities here, up towards Punxsutawney. Still looking at a little bit of rotation there. We got that hook echo, that appendage coming in. Annotate this for you guys. So right in here. So the tornado would be sitting right here. So just to the north of Ringgold would be the area that the tornado would be sitting in. This would be right to the south of Worthville. If you live in Sprankle Mills, Coulter, Markton, up through East Branch, if you are in the state game lands number 31, or if you are living in Cortez, Battle Hollow, please seek shelter immediately, guys. This cell could potentially drop a tornado here in the next few minutes. We'll keep an eye out on that. Storm's beginning to come into northern Pennsylvania here. This is up towards Edinburgh. 70-mile-per-hour wind hazard here. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 5 p.m. for eastern Ashtabula, southwestern Erie, and Crawford counties. So at 4:17, severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending from 7 miles northwest of Girard to near Linesville to near West Farmington, moving east at 40 miles per hour, 70-mile-per-hour winds, and quarter-size hail. Minor hail damage to vehicles is possible. Expect considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. So the locations impacted include Erie, Meadville, Conneaut, Edinburgh, Girard, Cambridge Springs, Albion, Andover, Linesville, Adamsville, Pymatuming Central. It looks like Harmonsburg, Pymatuming North, Atlantic, Lawrence Park, Lake City, Pierpont, Cochranton, Sagertown, and Conneautville. And another tornado warning issued. Looks like this one is actually an observed tornado warning. This is for Cambridge Springs, Sagertown, just to the north of Meadville. This is crossing the Interstate 79 from Coons Corners up towards Mosiertown and just to the south of Edensboro. Yeah, I can definitely see a tornado being on the ground in this storm for sure. area of convergence coming in there. This is just right. This is going over the I-79 area just to the west of Sagertown and Cambridge Springs. So if you guys live in Sagertown, Cambridge Springs, Woodcock, Venango, down to Woodcock Grange, Fountain House Corners, Bloomington Valley, and Piney Corners, you guys want to get to your safe place as quickly as possible. There's definitely a tornado most likely on the ground here. So this was observed here. So it's a tornado warning for northeastern Crawford County and northwestern Pennsylvania. This is until 5:15 p.m. A confirmed tornado is located near Cambridge. Cambridge Springs, or 9 miles north of Meadville, moving east at 50 miles per hour. So you definitely don't want to try to outrun this storm, folks. This is definitely not a good thing to do. Trying to outrun a 50 mile per hour tornado is not going to be possible. So if you are on 79, it's very, very dangerous area, unfortunately, at the moment. Definitely looks like got some rotation there, getting ready to cross the highway. So it looks like right in here. See if we can get the correlation coefficient. It's going to be a little bit messy because of the hail coming down as well. So we got 1/4 inch hail in this storm. Actually, less than 3/4 of an inch now. Interesting. Look at the differential reflectivity here. Let me respond to some messages real quick as well. All right, so we're looking at ZDR right now. So this is differential reflectivity. This is a radar product that measures the difference in the returned energy from the horizontally oriented versus the vertically oriented targets in the atmosphere. So basically, the radar site sends out pulses both horizontally and vertically. The ZDR tells us whether the objects are the ones that are being detected are wider than they are tall, which would give positive ZDR. About the same size in all directions would give near zero, and taller than they are wide would give negative ZDR. So let's see. And it's quite possible that if the tornado is on the ground up here, it could be lofting some debris. So raindrops are around 0 to 1, and moderate rain 1 to 3, large raindrops 3+. Hail is near 0. But we do see some negative values in here. So we got negative 1.34, we got negative 0.25. Yeah, so we're going to have to watch that carefully as this comes through. We go back to the velocities. Man, 105.18 miles per hour. And unfortunately, that's on top of like 17 miles per hour there. So 96. So we're looking at about, this possibly could be an EF1 tornado on the ground if this tornado is still observed here, which it looks like it is. Yeah, it's a nasty setup out there for sure. Lots of blinding rain. You can see these cores. 62 dBz for the core. That's very, very heavy rain. Wouldn't be surprised for some hail mixing in. 63 dBz is pretty high. This is for Cambridge Springs. Again, this is for Sagertown. This is towards Clements Corners, Centerville. And it looks like the tornado has crossed the I-79 area. It is a nasty setup for sure. Looks like it'd be right in here, just to the south southwest of Cambridge Springs is where this tornado would be located. So right in here, just to the north of Venango. It's quite possible that it could be lofting debris. So if you guys live in Venango, you guys should be in your safe place. Cambridge Springs as well, get into your safe place. Anderson's Corner as well. Miller Station, Ferris Corners, Brown Hill, Rockdale Acres, Teepleville, New Richmond, Clark's Corners, Piney Corners. Guys, get into your safe place. This tornado is still observed, unfortunately, so we're going to have to keep an eye out on this storm as it moves through. Looks like that tornado warning is still going strong here to the north of Punxsutawney. The radar reflectivity looks a little bit more concerning with this storm as well. We're getting that flying eagle configuration. So we're going to have to watch that carefully. It's definitely a very, very interesting supercell thunderstorm here. It's like we got some rotation just to the northwest of Markton and Coulter. Watch this area right in here. This is going to head off into just to the south of East Branch, right through State Game Lands, number 31, just to the north of Cortez. If you guys are on looks like Knoxdale Road, between Cortez and the, looks like, let me see, get some data here. Looks like Panic Knoxdale Road. Looks like some rotation could be heading your way up towards Panic and Wishaw and Sykesville as well. Yeah, it's a pretty nasty looking storm. Wouldn't be surprised, actually, if there was a tornado coming into the north side of Coulter, heading into north side of Markton as well, just to the south of East Branch. Hard to tell if that's actually a tornado debris signature or not. Most likely large raindrops and some hail as well. Because in this storm we do have, I would say, let me go back to the vertically integrated liquid here. We got a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch hail, I would assume there, just based off of the extrapolation data there. Yeah, for those of you in Markton, down to the south of East Branch, heading into Cortez, I would make sure you guys get into your safe place. This could definitely drop a tornado here, especially with how concerning the reflectivity is looking. Velocities are looking a little concerning as well. Yeah, it's definitely strengthening there. We're going to have to watch this storm up to the north as well with the observed tornado warning. Just to the south of Cambridge Springs. Wouldn't be surprised right there, Mosiertown and into the Venango area with that tornado. That is not good. Like I said, most likely there's probably going to be EF1 damage up here, especially with this tornado being observed and confirmed. We'll have to see if that continues. Trying to see if this actually lifted yet or not. There might be some debris flying around in the air up here. Alright, so they dropped the tornado possible tag on this storm coming into Buchanan. It definitely looks a lot weaker in terms of strength here. It looks like this southern storm could be a big hail maker if it continues off to the east and southeast there. This could definitely go into Elkins and Beverly. Buchanan up through Parsons. Definitely be on the lookout as well. Looks like there's a storm getting ready to go through Mannington, Farmington, Katy, and up through Brockville, heading into, is that Rivesville? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Up through Baxter. This is going to go probably right over to, maybe it looks like Fairmont might get in on the action here. If it continues on that course. Looks like the north side of Fairmont, north and western sides of Fairmont could definitely get northwestern side as well. Get in on the action here pretty soon. Colfax, this looks to miss your area. There's a little bit of rain coming in down towards Santiago. This is right, traversing right along the 79 corridor, heading up between Santiago, Whitehall, and eventually up through Pleasant Valley and Colfax. Just a little bit of rain there. Nothing too concerning. Strong storm just came through Columbus. This is heading to... looks like Pickerington, Hebron. Looks like Hebron's getting ready to get hit by another storm just behind the one that just came through. Came through Newark here. Coshocton, you guys have a storm just to your north, right along the 36 corridor. Walnut Creek, you guys are getting blasted by rain. Up towards Canton, Alliance, Sebring, Youngstown getting in on the action as well. Still got that tornado warning up to the north. This is to the south of Edinburgh. We got that sort of almost bound weak echo region down to the south, south of Cambridge Springs and just to the east of Seegertown. We'll have to watch that area very closely. You can see areas of spin inside of that bound weak echo region. It almost looks like there's two concerning areas. One just to the southeast of Cambridge Springs, and then the other one just to the northeast of Meadville, to the south of Blooming Valley, heading into Hickory Corners and Guy's Mills. And the other one up to the north is heading into Anderson's Corner and then into Ferris Corner. Two very, very strong areas of rotation there. I'm actually surprised that some of these storms heading into Jamestown don't have severe thunderstorm warnings on them. Very strong core coming in. Punxsutawney storm is now an observed tornado warning. Yeah, it's a nasty looking cell. Heading right over the state game lands number 31. So it looks like this just went between East Branch and Battle Hollow. This is heading to the north side of Cortez, heading into Panic. Please don't panic if you're in panic. Just get to your safe place, folks. Thanks, Matt, for the update. Appreciate it. My apologies. Looks like my YouTube chat was a little frozen there for a second. Yeah, this is a nasty looking cell. It almost looks like it has a, you can almost see the tornado if this is observed still. It looks like you can almost see the tornado on radar here. Looks like it'd be right in here. This would be just to the south, south or southeast of State Game Lands number 31. Just to the northwest of Cortez. This is going to cross just to the north of Cortez here. Right on Knoxdale Road. Man, massive rain and hail core to the north of Panic. I bet you that sounds like a freight train coming through. couple areas of bound weak echo regions. So a bound weak echo region, just to let you guys know about that. It's one of the classic radar signatures of a very, very strong thunderstorm updraft. Looks like we have a couple here. We got one in here and one in here. It's quite possible that this could close off and we'd have another one down here as well. So a bound weak echo region is an area of relatively weak radar reflectivity surrounded by much stronger reflectivity aloft and around to its sides. It's basically like a hole in the precipitation field created by an intense updraft. So a powerful updraft lifts the rain, the hail, precipitation, things like that upwards so rapidly that the precipitation can't fall through the center of the updraft. And as a result, little precipitation exists in the core of the updraft. Radar sees lower reflectivity there, and stronger reflectivity surrounds the weak echo region because hail and heavy rain are being suspended around and above it. So it looks like there's still two areas of that. You can see that spin on radar there. Looks like it's heading right into Cortez. Man, I hope the people in Cortez are taking shelter. This is just right into Cortez and right to the north of it as well, right along Knoxdale Road. Most likely just to the north of Manetti Drive. And then this goes up to Texas Road as well. This is near Cortez, just to the south of Panic. You guys in Panic, please do not panic. Get to your safe place as quickly as you possibly can. Wishaw, you guys have to get there as well, and even up to Desire as well. Get to your safe place as quickly as possible. Yeah, confirmed tornado. Law enforcement confirmed the tornado. Six miles north of Punxsutawney. Yep, there we go. So it looks like it's Battle Hollow. Wow, actually it looks like it's a little bit to the south there. I'm hoping this tornado lifts, guys. Especially before it gets into Sykesville here. Looks like the rain is beginning to wrap up once again. Not much in terms of hail, but it looks like there's a lot of debris in the air. Maybe some dirt, dust, things like that. Maybe some debris. Maybe it may have hit something here, which is not good. So Panic, please be in your safe place. Wishaw as well, up through Soldier and Sykesville, and through down through Desire. Even if you live in Stump Creek, anywhere in this warning area, make sure you guys are in your safe place. Definitely don't want to be caught off guard with these storms as they come through. Yeah, pretty strong rotation there. Big mesocyclone coming in. Might be making ground contact just to the east and northeast of Cortez, heading into the south side of Panic. We'll have to see if they continue this tornado warning. Looks like this one has been downgraded to radar indicated. Still a little bit of area convergence there. You can see that push up to the north. Let me show you guys. So if you can see this rain so right in here, you can see this push right up into the north, and then it starts to spin a little bit up towards Clark Corners and up towards Little Cooley and Drake Corners as well. Another bound weak echo region developing, so we can watch them for areas of spin right in here. Also one to the north of that as well, just to the south of a big rain and hail core. Definitely some spin in the atmosphere there. Man, going to be lots of reports of damaging winds up here. 63-mile-per-hour winds possible. Correlation coefficient's a little messy there. Looks like they are going to allow this severe thunderstorm warning for Buchanan to expire. And it looks like they issued a special weather statement just out ahead of this. This one's most likely going to produce some probably 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts, maybe some pea-sized hail. Especially if the storm takes an more easterly track, we'll get a little bit more hail. So this is for Upshur and southeastern Barber counties, northwestern Upshur, Randolph, central Upshur, southeastern Barber counties through 5:30 p.m. 4:46, 2 minutes ago, Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm 7 miles south of Buchanan, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Wind gusts up to 50. Gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Be ready to dodge some trash cans out there. Locations impact include Elkins, Buchanan, Bellington, Beverly, Junior, Colton, Montrose, Pheasant Run, Alton, Bowden, Cairns, Ellamore, Tallmansville, Overhill, and French Creek. So Route 33 between mile markers 16 and 35. So be careful out there, guys, if you are traveling. Could get some blinding rain and some stronger winds heading in. It's going to eventually make its way towards Elkins. Just between Elkins and Beverly. We're going to have to watch that little appendage starting to form on the southern flank of this storm as well. Just to the north of Alton, near Beans Mill. Quite possible there could be a little bit of rotation there. So rotation would be right in here. So just to the northwest, to the north of Beans Mills, and then to the southwest of 10 Mile. Looks like Fairmont's getting ready to get hit by this storm here. Looks like it's going to go directly to the north of Pleasant Valley and Colfax. You guys should be good there. Still dealing with this quasi-linear convective system as well, coming in from Meadville all the way down through Zanesville. Looks like they did go ahead and extend this tornado warning to the south of DuBois. Looks like it is still observed, unfortunately. National Weather Service and State College PA has issued a tornado warning for northwestern Clearfield County and central Pennsylvania until 5:45 p.m. So 2 minutes ago, confirmed tornado is located over Reynoldsville, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Emergency management confirmed the tornado. So that's very, very interesting. So it'll be near Rockton in about 20 minutes, 5:10 p.m., and then Hyde and Plimptonville around 5:30. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Troutville as well. And for those driving on Interstate 80, this includes areas between the DuBois Route 255 and Clearfield exits, specifically from mile markers 106 to 115. So definitely take shelter now, folks. Looks like it's actually to the south of Reynoldsville there. Man, you can see that amazing spin in the atmosphere. Almost looks like right here. Just to the south of Reynoldsville, heading into Prescottville, Rathmel, and up through Sandy, and then C&M Junction as well. Okay, so you said the storm below Buchanan is now spinning. Let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, it's definitely spinning there for sure. Down near 10 Mile in Queens. So if you guys live in Beans Mill, Queens, over towards Pumpkintown, Wamelsdorf. I hope I'm pronouncing this stuff very correctly, because I do butcher names, unfortunately. And then towards Mabby or Maybe. It's going to head towards Elkins. So Elkins, you guys are going to be under the gun here in a little bit. Most likely in about 15 to 20 minutes or so. Do have a little bit of rotation on the southern flank of this storm. This is a storm we are going to have to keep an eye on. There could be a tornado developing just to the south of 10 Mile and to the northeast of Beans Mill. This is heading right into Queens. Definitely mesocyclone forming. If it can dynamically pipe down to the surface, we will get potential for a tornado warning to be issued there. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that. Man, this storm is one hell of a storm up to the north. All right, let me save a screenshot of this storm. Starting to get a little windy here at my house. Guess it's not too bad. Not as bad as some of these areas are getting hit today. So the tornado report, let's just take a look at this. This was 2 miles southwest of Worthville, PA, Jefferson County. 911 call center report of a tornado on the ground near Steves Lane in Ringgold Township. So that was at 4:37 earlier today. I'm very curious. I just want to go back and take a look at that. Yeah, it definitely came up through Ringgold there. It looks like it's actually down near Desire now. Heading right across Rock Dump Road, just to the north of Stump Creek. If you guys live in Stump Creek, get to your safe place, Troutville as well. Helvetia? I'm very terrible at pronouncing names. This is just to the southeast of Stanley. Sykesville, get to your safe place as well. Anyone included in this warning, make sure you guys are heeding this warning. This is a very, very strong supercell coming in. Would be intense to be chasing this storm, that's for sure. How are you guys doing? Let me know how you guys are faring so far. What's going on in your neck of the woods? Still looking at some spin just to the east of Beans Mill. And heading into Queens. This is going to head into Maybe and Arnold Hill, just to the south of Elkins. Storms are getting ready to cross the Ohio border with West Virginia and into Pennsylvania. Couple storms heading into the Newcastle area already, Grove City. This storm up towards West Sunbury sort of looks like it has a flying eagle configuration on it. We'll have to watch that carefully. That does look like it has a little bit of spin to it. Just to the south of West Sunbury. This is in Butler County. Almost looks like it's starting to recycle up to the north, down to the south of Reynoldsville once again. Even down over to Sykesville, we'll have to watch out. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. You guys in Fairmont should be experiencing some rain here. Some lightning as well. Just actually right off to your, looks like right off to your west. Let me go back to the Pittsburgh radar. I'm seeing a little bit of a mezzo starting to appear to the west of Fairmont. This is going to head, looks like this is going to head right into Garden Village and Hillcrest to the north side of Fairmont. Colfax, you guys should be in the clear of this storm. It's going to go to the north of you. I don't think you'll be having anything to worry about right now as the storm goes to the north. Just have to worry about this main line coming through later today. It's a pretty strong cell coming in. Good bit of lightning in the core of the storm up towards Barackville. Didn't realize you guys had a Beverly Hills down here. That's pretty cool. All right, so we got another tornado report. This was at 4:41. So northwest Big Run, 5 miles northwest of Big Run, Jefferson County, PA, I should say. Reports of trees down on State Route 301 north of Anita. Likely tornado damage. Time estimated from radar. And it still looks like this storm is going pretty strong. Definitely still has that appendage. Tornado warning canceled for Sykesville, which is very interesting. Looks like the tornado actually... That's very interesting. Lots of inflow coming into Sykesville. That's going pretty good. So, how you guys faring out there? You guys doing all right? Still, this storm up here towards North Washington. This is into northern Butler County. This is getting ready to head into Clarion. Might actually head into, yeah, it's going to head into Armstrong County and then into Clarion County. It's very, very interesting on radar. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you the future radar here. Let's go to the HRRR model. High resolution rapid refresh model here. Very interesting. Let me see. Oh, before we do that, we have another tornado warning. Let me hurry up and go back to this. So we have a tornado warning for, let's see here. Let's go into this. National Weather Service in Pittsburgh has issued a tornado warning for northeastern Columbiana County, northwestern Beaver County, and southwestern Lawrence County until 5:30, so another 29 minutes. At 5 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Salem, moving east at 50 miles per hour. The hazard is tornado. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Salem, Beaver Falls, Columbiana, East Palestine, Elwood City, Latonia, New Waterford, Big Beaver, New Beaver, West Mayfield, Coppell, Wampum, New Galilee, Enon Valley, Darlington, Homewood, SNPJ, Negley, and Winona. So if I read your location off, make sure you guys move to an interior room on the lowest level of a well-built building away from windows. If you're outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Yeah, so there it is. There's the rotation just to the south of Salem. Looks like this is heading towards Franklin Square and Leetonia. Good bit of spin there on radar. Man. So it looks like we got 3 tornado warnings out there, 14 severe thunderstorm warnings, and 4 flash flood warnings all across the nation. This is one hell of a special weather statement. So this is for strong thunderstorm will impact northwestern Bedford, northern Somerset, southwestern Blair, and south central Cambria counties through 5:30. At 5 p.m., Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm over Somerset, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. Wind gusts 50 to 55 miles per hour, and penny-size hail. Most likely this will have a warning on it issued here pretty soon, especially if the winds are approaching 55 miles per hour. We only need 58 mile per hour winds to issue a severe thunderstorm warning. Looks like this tornado is still observed up to the north here, up towards the Du Bois area. Almost looks like there's a circulation to the north of Du Bois, which is outside of the tornado warning. It's very interesting. Still got some rotation to the southwest of Salem. So this just went over the Kent State University at Salem there. And then this is heading into Franklin Square. And then into the south of Leetonia. And then into Unionville, crossing Highway 11 there. We'll definitely have to be on the lookout for that. Could have another tornado potentially spinning up. Looks like we have another circulation forming. Let me see. So this is just to the south of Glendon and just went through Brimstone Corners. Looks like we have another one just to the east of Centerville as well. And then there might be something down here towards Markley Corners. So it looks like there's three concerning areas actually within this tornado warning. So we got one here, and then one down here. Looks like there's a lot more spin up here between Centerville and Brimstone Corners. So we'll have to see whether or not this tornado warning gets extended or not as we head on through the evening. All right, so National Weather Service of Pittsburgh has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southern Mercer County, southwestern Venango County, northwestern Butler County, and Lawrence County. This is until 6 p.m. with another 55 minutes. So at 4:54, severe thunderstorms are located along a line over Hermitage to 12 miles southwest of Salem, moving east at 50 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gust, and small hail. Expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Newcastle, Hermitage, Sharon, Grove City, Farrell, Slippery Rock, New Wilmington, Oakwood, Newcastle Northwest, Mercer, New Beaver, Pulaski, Prospect, Bessemer, New Bedford, Harrisville, West Middlesex, Plain Grove Township, Wampum, and South Newcastle. So seek shelter inside a well-built structure and stay away from windows. These storms are capable of producing damaging winds. It's like just to the north of Newcastle. Pretty strong storm heading into Nashua here, heading across I-376. This one might actually have the potential for rotation as well. Yeah, we're going to have to watch that southern side. That's going to cross 376. Thank you guys for joining me today. I appreciate it. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Definitely appreciate it. Helps get into the algorithm a little bit more. Like I said, it's a work in progress. I have my green screen and stuff. I'm going to try to set that up a little bit See what else we got going on. Yeah, so we have two confirmed tornado reports. One up near Ringgold, the other one just to the south of Panic. Looks like this is still an observed tornado warning. It's very strange. It also just sort of looks like, let me see here. Looks like right in here just to the south of Salem. So we got tornado possible tag on this storm as well. So severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for central Mercer and northwestern Venango counties. 5:05 p.m. Severe thunderstorms were located along a line from 12 miles north of Sugar Creek to over Hermitage, or along a line 15 miles north of Franklin to over Hermitage, moving east at 40 miles per hour. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and small hail, and tornado possible tag on this storm. Let me just go back down to Fairmont for a second. Yeah, so this storm just rocked Fairmont. Looks like a lot of lightning there. Pleasant Valley, you guys, it's just to your north. Colfax, just to your north as well. Lots of lightning in the Fairmont storm. So Fairmont, you guys are almost on the backside of this storm. You most likely experienced some very interesting wind and rain, probably coming from a bunch of different directions there. Just with that spin and that mesocyclone that just moved through. So it went right over Fairmont. It's actually heading into Meadowdale now, right across I-79, just to the north of Hopewell. Still observed. There we go. We have another tornado warning that has been issued. National Weather Service in State College, PA, has issued a tornado warning for southern Warren County in north central Pennsylvania. This is until 6:15, so another hour and 5 minutes. So at 5:08 p.m., severe thunderstorms capable of producing a tornado were located along a line extending from near Corey to near Riceville to near Titusville, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Tornado and quarter-size hail. This is radar indicated rotation. This is not confirmed right now. So these dangerous storms will be near Grand Valley and Garland around 5:20 p.m. Youngsville around 5:30. Warren, Chapman State Park, and Warren South around 5:40. And Kinzua Dam around 6 p.m. Other locations impacted include Tidot, Starbrick, and Clarendon. So take cover now, folks. Move to a basement or interior room, the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. This line of thunderstorms is capable of producing tornadoes and widespread significant wind damage. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building and stay away from windows, folks. Like I said, I posted a graphic on Facebook earlier today of just some locations that I figured would be worthy of monitoring, and it definitely looks like most of the areas actually that I circled are actually within threat of some pretty strong storms at the moment. So if you just head over to the World Weather Authority group page, you'll be able to see that graphic. And we got the potential for a tornado coming in just to the north of Moss Grove Corners. This is heading towards Hydetown, then into Thompson Mills, Dotyville, Selkirk, and across 27 and into Triumph. So you guys are going to have to watch this storm as it comes in, and then even up towards to the northern part of the storm up near Spartansburg, and then through Pittsfield, heading across 62 down to the south of Warren. You guys are going to be under the gun here, probably in about a half an hour or so. Apparently this tornado is still observed into northwestern Clearfield County in central Pennsylvania here. Rotation definitely came down a pretty good bit, so hopefully that tornado is lifting. Got that area of convergence coming together just to the west of Middleton and New Waterford. Alright, so tornado warning remains in effect until 5:30 p.m. for northeastern Columbiana and northwestern Beaver counties. At 5:12 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located over New Waterford, or near Columbiana, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Locations impacted include East Palestine, New Waterford, New Galilee, Darlington, and Negley. So if I read off your location, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a well-built building away from windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Very good area of convergence coming in just to the south of Middleton here. Southwest of Middleton. We're going to have to watch that area very carefully. This could definitely spin up a tornado. This is going to head into Beaver County, so East Palestine, and then eventually when it crosses into Pennsylvania here, it's heading into Cannleton and Darlington, right along 551 and 168. New Beaver will Big Beaver might actually be included into this tornado warning here. Tornado possible tag along this entire line of thunderstorms. This is actually going to impact my area here pretty soon. So let me see if I can pull this up. So severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 5:45 p.m. for Carroll, Columbiana, southeastern Coshocton, northwestern Guernsey, western Harrison, central Muskingum, and eastern Tuscarawas counties. So just a minute ago, severe thunderstorms were located along a line 8 miles southwest of Newcastle to 10 miles southeast of Newcomerstown, or along a line 8 miles southwest of Newcastle to 11 miles northeast of Cambridge, moving east at 50 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, small hail, and the possibility of a tornado. It's definitely not out of the question with these storms as they move on through. Still got that little cell coming into Toronto, heading into Frankfort Springs. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me go into this severe thunderstorm warning that was issued. Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for central Preston County, southeastern Marion County, and southeastern Monongalia County until 6 p.m. A severe thunderstorm was located over Winfield or near Fairmont, moving east at 40 miles per hour. 60 mile per hour wind gusts, small hail, and the potential for a tornado, as well as we have a tornado possible tag on this storm. Locations impacted include Fairmont, this is moving out of your area, Kingwood, Terra Alta, Rouseburg, Winfield, Newburgh, Rivesville, Reedsville, Masontown, Albright, Tunnelton, Gladesville, Browns Chapel, Valley Point, Cranesville, Everettville, and Colfax. So we will have to be careful of this for sure as we move into the next few minutes here. It's quite possible a tornado could be forming near Clinton Furnace. Most likely down on the south side of Triune there. Let me know if you guys get any good images. I'd be happy to put them up on stream for you guys. Just be careful if you go out there. If you take any images or take any videos, with your permission, of course, I would definitely put them on stream for you. Yeah, so that storm is actually to the east of Fairmont now. Colfax, you guys are okay. It is well off to your northeast. Looks like they are going to allow this tornado warning to expire. Unless it decides to drop another one here. Rotation certainly has come down. The one near Du Bois there. Got that strong area of spin up to the north. So this is off to the west of Warren and to the west of Pittsfield. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially almost in a severe thunderstorm warning here at the World Weather Authority studio. So National Weather Service in Pittsburgh has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Belmont County, eastern Columbiana County, northeastern Guernsey County, Harrison County, Jefferson County, northwestern Allegheny County, northwestern Washington County, southern Butler County, southern Lawrence County, Brooke County, Hancock County, and Ohio County until 6:15. So just a minute ago, severe thunderstorms were located along a line from 7 miles north of East Palestine to near South Zanesville, or along a line 7 miles north of East Palestine to 7 miles south of Zanesville, moving east at 45 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, and small hail. So expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. And looks like they did drop the tornado possible tag on that, so that's good news. We're going to have to watch those bookend vortices. So bookend vortices are rotating circulations that develop at the ends of a bow echo or a squall line segment, QLCS, quasi-linear convective system. So as a line of thunderstorms accelerates forward, strong rear inflow winds develop behind the line. The air wraps around the ends of the bow echo. Rotation develops at the northern and southern ends of that. And these rotating circulations are called bookend vortices. We're going to have to watch that carefully as we move on through the night. Yeah, so just to show you guys where we could find some of these bookend vortices, we could have some. So here's a Boeing segment. We could have one here and one down here. So this is just to the west of Kilgore. And it looks like off to the north of Scio there as well. So tornado warning expires in about 9 minutes. So if you live in East Palestine, down through Negley, Candleton, and Darlington, and New Galilee, make sure you guys are in your safe place just in case if this does decide to drop a tornado. Got some strong winds coming into the north side of Mill Rock here. This is going to head into the north side of Negley and then directly through Candleton here in the next few minutes. So guys, please make sure you get to your safe place as quickly as you possibly can. You definitely don't want to be caught out in these storms, especially in the areas of tornado warning and considerable severe thunderstorm warnings. Looks like another area of convergence coming together just to the west of Negley. So we're going to have to watch the East Palestine and Jimtown area. So right in there, looks like it's already starting to form. Trying to form another hook echo right in here just to the north of Mill Rock and to the southwest of East Palestine. We'll have to see if they extend that tornado warning out any further. Fairmont, you guys are in the clear right now. That storm has moved off to your east. Yeah, I'm sure if you guys are in Fairmont, you look off to your east. I'm sure you guys can see over towards 79. You guys can probably see some very, very, very angry clouds. Probably some SLCs out there. Scary looking clouds. Let me cover this severe thunderstorm warning off to the north. So this is for National Weather Service, State College, PA, has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southern Potter County in north central Pennsylvania until 6 p.m. So just a minute ago, a severe thunderstorm was located over Wharton, moving east at 30 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail, and tornado possible tag on this storm as well. Starting to get a hook echo near Costello. It's definitely possible. There could be a tornado trying to form just off to the east of Costello. This is going to head right into Conrad, and to the north of Susquehannock State Forest, and then into Cherry Springs Vista and Mount Broadhead, it looks like. So definitely, guys, if you are in the path of this storm, or if you know anyone that's in the path of this storm, please let them know that a potential tornado could be coming their way. You have to watch these little cells that develop right out ahead of these storms as well. So we have a very interesting looking storm just to the north of Frankfort Springs. This is heading right over Raccoon State Park. And it looks like Harshaville here. This almost has the flying eagle configuration on it. So if this would just come down to the south and then the eagle wings spread out like that. It's almost like a perfect representation of a tornadic supercell there. Again, this is right over Raccoon State Park. It's actually not too far from the World Weather Authority studio. You have a potential for a tornado. And this storm is going to head into Independence, Hopewell Township, Gringo, Ambridge, and Aliquippa, and then eventually into Economy, and then into Wexford later on today. And if this line can catch up to this storm, we'll have to see how the merger happens there. Yeah, it looks like you guys if that's Fairmont, you guys do have some low-hanging clouds there. And there we go. We got a new tornado warning. Let me zoom in on this. Man, this storm that started over here by Punxsutawney and DuBois is still going strong. So this is for northeastern Clearfield County in central Pennsylvania. So just a minute ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Plimptonville, moving east at 40 miles per hour. And this is going to be near Clearfield, Hyde, and Plimptonville around 5:30. So you guys have about 4 minutes. Make sure you guys get to your safe place. Lecontes Mills around 5:40, and Carthus around 5:50. Other locations impacted include by this tornado or tornadic storm include Clearfield Lawrence Airport. It looks like it's definitely it's getting ready to drop another tornado here, folks. This is probably going to head right across 322 and across I-80 just to the north of Mount Joy. So if you guys live in Plimptonville, Mount Joy, and Bainey Settlement down through Goshen, and then the airport, unfortunately, looks like to be right in the bullseye of this. So if you guys are at the Clearfield Lawrence Airport, make sure you guys take shelter immediately as this storm comes through. So if you are at Clearfield Lawrence Airport, you guys want to take shelter because this tornado could be coming directly towards you guys. They have not extended this severe thunderstorm warning as of yet, which is good news. So right now, I definitely want to focus on this new tornado warning that was issued. Like I said, if you guys live in Bainey Settlement, Goshen, down through Mountjoy, Plimptonville, and then through the Clearfield Lawrence Airport, guys, get to your safe place immediately, up through Crofts, Surveyor, LeConte's Mills, and Gillingham. This is just going to be to the north of Clearfield, Pennsylvania. So make sure you guys are in your safe place. Penn Highlands Clearfield campus. Get to your safe place as well. Definitely don't want to be caught off guard. Definitely looks like this tried to produce a tornado. If not, came very close to producing. Does not look like a tornado is on the ground at the moment, so that's good news, but you guys want to make sure you are in your safe place up here to the north. So it looks like they went ahead and changed this tornado warning here. So National Weather Service of Pittsburgh issued a tornado warning for northern Beaver County in western Pennsylvania until 5:45 p.m. So at 5:27 p.m., just 2 minutes ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 6 miles southeast of East Palestine, moving east at 45 miles per hour. So locations impact include Beaver Falls, Monaca, New Brighton, Beaver, Rochester, Patterson Township, Conway, Big Beaver, Freedom, West Mayfield, Bridgewater, Patterson Heights, East Rochester, Falston, Darlington, and Eastvale. If I read your city off, folks, please move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a well-built building away from windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. It's definitely not a storm to take lightly, folks. Those look like there's a little bit of wrap up there. We're going to have to watch that very, very carefully. This is just to the, looks like east of Candleton to the south of Darlington. A little bit of something down here towards Rowtown as well. But I'm actually more concerned with these areas up towards Darlington. So definitely remain in place in your safe spots when I read off your town. So West Mayfield, Riverview, Beaver Falls, Rowtown, Darlington, Candleton, State Game Lands number 285, Pulaski, Sunflower, Unionville, Beaver, and Center Township. Make sure you guys are in your safe place, as this tornado could form and develop right on top of you guys. Another tornado warning up to the north. National Weather Service and State College has issued a tornado warning for southern Potter County and southwestern Tioga County until 6 p.m. Another half an hour for this. So just a minute ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Wharton, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Hazards are tornado and quarter-size hail. So this will be around, so Wharton, you guys are getting hit at the moment. And then Cherry Springs State Park around 5:40. You guys have about 9 minutes. So please get to your shelter if you guys are caught out there in this storm. This is heading right into the Susquehannock State Forest. So take cover now, folks. Move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Man, it looks like a lot of rotation there. This is heading right into Conrad, Pine Hill, Horton Run Vista, Cherry Springs Vista, and then Mount Broadhead there. So if you guys are in the state forest, unfortunately your options are much more limited than in a town or city. The key is to get away from trees that can fall and avoid being in a vehicle if possible. So leave the forest if you can. Head into the nearest sturdy building if time allows. Definitely have to watch for the warning there. So try to find the visitor center, the ranger stations, the campgrounds, and shelters. If you're in a vehicle, do not try to outrun the tornado. especially on winding forest roads. You're not going to get away, folks. If a sturdy building is nearby, go there immediately. If not, look for the lowest area available that is not prone to flooding. So if you're on foot in the forest, move away from large trees if possible. Avoid ridges, hilltops, and exposed areas. Seek the lowest ground available, such as a shallow depression, ditch, or ravine, and cover your head and neck with your arms, your backpack, sleeping bag, or anything that you have available for padding. So even if a tornado doesn't directly hit you, the severe thunderstorm is probably going to produce falling trees, large branches, which we call widowmakers, lightning, 60 to 80 mile per hour straight line winds, and flash flooding in hollows and creeks. And if you're in heavily wooded terrain, falling trees are often the greatest immediate danger, sometimes even more likely than the tornado itself. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Like I said, this is going to head probably right into or just to the north of the Susquehannock State Forest. So that's why I wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight on what to do if you're if you're out there on foot. You definitely don't want to be caught off guard as this storm comes in. Looks like we have another tornado warning. Looks like we have 7 active tornado warnings out there. The National Weather Service in Pittsburgh has issued a tornado warning for central Butler County and west central Pennsylvania and eastern Lawrence County until 6 p.m. 2 minutes ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 8 miles southwest of Slippery Rock or 10 miles east of Newcastle, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Locations impacted include Shanor, Northview, Chicora, Bruin, West Liberty, Harlansburg, Petrolia, Carnes City, Fairview, West Sunbury, Hooker, Moraine State Park, Coppers Lake Campground, McConnell's Mill, and Rose Point Park. So if I read off your location, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a well-built building away from windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. So we could have a potential for another tornado, unfortunately. So that's definitely not good. And it looks like all of the tornado warnings are currently located here in Pennsylvania. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, looks like we have 7 tornado warnings here in Pennsylvania. So it's a pretty historic day, I would, if I would say so myself. All right, let me just see if we can see anything on the velocities here. Yeah, so this is going to be coming into West Mayfield and East Vale down into Beaver Falls. Sorry, my voice is cracking a little bit. Let me grab some water real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so this is going to head right into Beaver Falls. This one, a couple of these are, like this one is actually almost out of the severe thunderstorm watch area, which is very interesting. Same thing with this one. So these two, the one up near Clearfield and the one up near Gailton, almost out of the watch area. Alright, so National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for central Clarion County until 6 p.m. So 4 minutes ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles north of Reimersburg, moving east at 30 miles per hour. So locations impacted include Clarion, Sligo, Strattonville, Limestone, and Callinsburg. So if I read off your location, please move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a well-built building away from windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. So we're definitely going to have to watch these storms as they continue to rotate. Yeah, this storm coming right across to the north of 5 Points here, heading into Reedsburg. If you guys live in 5 Points, Reedsburg, and then through Mechanicsville, guys, get to your safe place immediately. You definitely don't want to be caught in this storm. And this could be not an accurate measurement, but we could have 77 mile per hour winds as well. Got to watch out for these storms popping up. these prefrontal confluence bands. Another one coming right across the same area in Kendall, Harshaville, and then to the north of Frankfurt Springs. We're going to have to watch out for a flash flood warning there. Fairmont, you guys are doing pretty good right now in terms of severe weather. We're going to have to watch this line as it comes in later on tonight. 7 active tornado warnings, 15 severe thunderstorm warnings, and 4 flash flood warnings. All of the tornado warnings are located in Pennsylvania, believe it or not. It's definitely been a very interesting day thus far. Hopefully we don't end up losing power. That would really suck for sure. But how are you guys doing down there in Fairmont? You guys doing okay? And you guys should be experiencing down near Fairmont. I would assume that you guys should have some blue skies down there. Considering, let me see if I can pull up some satellite for you guys. Yeah, you guys should be clearing out, especially towards Mannington, Shinston, Fairmont, Pleasant Valley, and then down towards Whitehall as well. Looks like you guys are clearing out. Unfortunately, that's not good news because that could actually bring up more severe weather as the day goes on. We are pretty cloudy here just outside the World Weather Authority studio. Yeah, some of these storms are, these tornado warnings, still going strong up here as well. That almost looks like, that one almost looks like there was a tornado on the ground at the moment there. This is just to the north of Conrad. This is going to head into Cherry Springs Vista and then Mount Broadhead. This could be, let me see if I can check the velocities there. There could possibly be a tornado on the ground just to the north of Conrad. Or actually, maybe possibly even going into Conrad here. It's radar indicated, but unfortunately, it looks like it could be a confirmed tornado up to the north there. Let me see. One more time here. Let me see. It's a little bit far from the radar site, but that's okay. We can work with what we got. See, it's hard to tell if anything is actually on the ground up here towards Conrad. Okay, let's go over to Clarion. That is a pretty concerning look there. Of course, that could be hail because you guys are experiencing probably 3/4 inch size hail there. This looks like it's heading into Reedsburg and then up through Mechanicsville and Watterson and Henderson and then in through Day. So make sure you guys are still in your safe spot. Even in Clarion, make sure you guys are in your safe spot as well. So tornado warning remains in effect until 6 p.m. for central Butler County at 5:30 p.m. Sorry, 5:39 p.m. just 2 minutes ago. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 6 miles south of Slippery Rock or 12 miles northwest of Butler, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Locations impacted include Chicora, Bruin, West Liberty, Petrolia, Karnes City, Fairview, West Sunbury, Hooker, and Moraine State Park. If I read off your location, please move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a well-built building away from windows. If you're outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. A little bit of spin there just to the north of Beaver Falls through Eastvale. We're going to have to watch out towards New Cumberland. A little bit of spin there as well. And down through just to the west of Wintersville. This is coming right across 40 here towards Quaker Ridge. And the nature trails out there. This is coming along State Route 152. So there's a little bit of spin out there. Looks like none of these tornado warnings are observed, which is good at the moment. Still has that hook echo shape coming in. Clarion, guys getting hammered by this storm. Looks like just to the north of Limestone, heading into Mechanicsville. This is getting ready to cross I-80. Yeah, hopefully you guys are holding up pretty well. All right, so let's go down towards, let's go into Maryland here. So the National Weather Service in Baltimore, Maryland, and Washington, D.C. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 6:15 p.m. for north central Frederick County, in northwestern Virginia, and central Morgan and northwestern Berkeley counties in the panhandle of West Virginia, and east central Hampshire County in eastern West Virginia. So just 2 minutes ago, severe thunderstorm was located over Greenwood, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. 60 mile per hour winds are the main hazard here. So locations impacted include Greenwood, Hedgesville, Johnson Mills, Tomahawk, Omps, Johnsontown, Shanghai, Valley View, Spores Crossroads, Oakland, Rock Gap, Stotler's Crossroads, Bloomery, Highland Ridge, Smith Crossroads, Jones Springs, Valley High, Unger, New Hope, and Shady Grove. So if I read off your location, please move into an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Continuous cloud-to-ground lightning is occurring with the storm. Move indoors immediately. Lightning is one of nature's leading killers. Remember, if you can hear thunder, you are close enough to be struck by lightning. So just be careful in that area, folks. Looks like we lost a couple tornado warnings, which is good. We lost 2 of them. Looks like the one back here was canceled, and the one over here was as well. I don't see them continuing the tornado warning for Limestone. Still a little bit of spin there, though. Looks like we have one from Muddy Creek as well, over through Hooker, Liggett Station, Chicora, Boydstown, West Sunbury. We still got that one up through Gailton here. This looks like to be, let me just make sure. This one up here looks like to be the strongest rotation. This is heading right over the Susquehannock State Forest. This is heading into Cherry Springs Vista, Mount Broadhead, and Brushy Point. And Yoakum Hill as well, Pigeon Hill, Germania. And then eventually into the marshlands. Or into marshlands, and then Lick Run Hill. And Elephant Mountain. Some very interesting places. It'd be nice, it'd be neat to explore some of these places. So 60 mile per hour wind gusts with this line of storms coming into the Beaver Falls area. Looks like that tornado warning has been canceled as well. That's good news. We're down another tornado warning. So New Cumberland, you guys are going to get hammered by this line of storms. Good bit of lightning there. Steubenville, you guys are going to get hit pretty soon. Wellsburg as well. East Liverpool getting hit at the moment. Elwood City. Still that tornado warning up here towards Slippery Rock and Muddy Creek. Does look like there's that spin in there near Muddy Creek. So we're going to have to watch that very, very carefully on radar. You can see that spin in the rain. Let me zoom out a little bit. Might be a little bit easier. There we go. You can see that spin pretty prominently. It's quite possible there could be something on the ground just to the north of Muddy Creek. Just given that CC drop right there. Could have been a brief tornado on the ground right to the north of Muddy Creek. So that crossed the William Flynn Highway. Looks like it went just to the north of that. Looks like it went on Kelly Road. And it showed up pretty prominently. This is actually heading right across William Flynn Highway right now. It came across Muddy Creek Drive and West Lane. And now it looks like it's heading for Claytonia Road. So if you guys live out this way, please get to your safe place immediately. There we go. Looks like it went across that area. Now it's heading across Euclid Road. And it is heading for Schroyer Mill Road and Pagan Hart Lane. And eventually into Valley View Lane. And then Timblin Road. So it's quite possible that there was a brief tornado on the ground there. National Weather Service might have to do a survey just to the north of Muddy Creek. All right, so before we continue, I just want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for being here, your viewership, support, your shares, your likes, your participation in the chat are what makes this community so special. So if you're enjoying the coverage and would like to help support World Weather Authority, donations are always appreciated, but they are never required. The weather information we provide will always remain available to everyone regardless of whether you donate or not. Donations help support the operation of the channel, including weather software, radar services, equipment, data subscriptions, and future improvements that allow us to continue providing real-time weather coverage for the Pittsburgh area, the Upper Ohio Valley, and beyond. My goal is to get, definitely want to go nationwide and then eventually to the world. That's why it's called World Weather Authority. Again, there's absolutely no obligation to contribute. Simply being here, watching, and helping spread the word means more to me than you know. But if you'd like to support the channel and help us continue growing, your generosity is greatly appreciated. Thank you for trusting me as your source of weather information, and thank you for being part of this incredible community, guys. Appreciate it. I will drop the PayPal link into the chat. Like I said, donations aren't required. They do help the channel, though, so I appreciate it. And Lynn Elizabeth 5210 says, hoping it misses us. So it looks like we still have a little bit for this line of storms comes through. Unfortunately, I don't see much weakening with this line as it comes in. So we're going to have to watch it as it comes in. It looks like 60-mile-per-hour winds are still the hazard for this storm. So severe thunderstorms were located along a line 9 miles north of Zele-Noble to 6 miles north of Caldwell, or along a line 11 miles west of Butler to 6 miles north of Caldwell, moving east at 45 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and small hail. So we could expect damage to roof siding and trees. Locations impacted include McCandless Township, Cranberry, Moon Township, Weirton, Steubenville, Butler, Franklin Park, East Liverpool, Aliquippa, Beaver Falls, Monaca, Wellsville, Cadiz, Wellsburg, West Liberty, Avella, Clearview, Robinson Township, and Economy. So if I read your city off, seek shelter inside a well-built structure and stay away from windows. These storms are capable of producing damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. So you definitely don't want to be caught off guard as these storms come in. Looks like the tornado warning up here shifted a little bit. Tornado warning remains in effect until 6 p.m., so another 8 minutes. It was located over Cherry Springs State Park, moving east at 30 miles per hour. So this is for southeastern Potter and west central Tioga counties. This tornadic thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of southeastern Potter and west central Tioga counties. This includes Route 6 from Gailton to near Gaines. So take cover now, move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building and avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. This storm to the east of Goshen, heading into Frenchville. Looks like it's trying to get its act together once again. It's got that little hook appendage on it. So definitely remain safe out there. We got another severe thunderstorm out here. This is over towards Allentown and Stroudsburg. So severe thunderstorm warning for north central Berks County, northwestern Lehigh County, Carbon County, southwestern Monroe County, and central Northampton County. This is all in northeastern and eastern Pennsylvania. Until 6:45 p.m., so at 5:51, 3 minutes ago, severe thunderstorm was located over Wanamaker's, or 12 miles southeast of Tamaqua, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and quarter-size hail. So minor damage to vehicles is possible. Wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees, and power lines is also possible. So locations impacted include Lehighton, Mount Pocono, Northampton, Nazareth, Palmerton, Bangor, Jim Thorpe, right? Hamburg, Slatington, Penn Argyle, Nesquehoning, Wind Gap, Bath, Walnutport, Belfast, East Bangor, Lenhartsville, Stormville, Neffs, and Coffeetown. So if I read this off, folks, if I read your city off there, so move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. So we got 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Winds are starting to pick up here outside the World Weather Authority studio. So tornado warning expires in 5 minutes up here for the Middle Creek and Shakora area. If you live in Shakora, please continue to take shelter even into Liggett Station, Hooker, and Boydstown. Let me take a look at this tornado warning here. Zoom in a little bit. So National Weather Service in Pittsburgh, PA at 5:54 p.m., so 2 minutes ago, issued a tornado warning for East Central Clarion County and Central Jefferson County until 6:45 p.m. So we got another about 50 minutes of this. Severe thunderstorm located. So it was near 7 miles southeast of Clarion, moving east at 40 miles per hour, capable of producing a tornado. So locations impacted include Brookville, Brockway, Falls Creek, Somerville, and Corsica. So if I read your city off, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a well-built building and away from windows, folks. You definitely don't want to be caught out in this storm. So how's everybody holding up out there? Everybody doing okay? Yeah, absolutely. Big time tornado outbreak here in Pennsylvania, surprisingly, of all these tornado warnings here. National Weather Service is definitely going to be busy. Let me go plug my phone in. I'll be right back. so let's get this phone plugged in. All right. So far, so good here. That's good to hear. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit for these storms to come in. So they are moving about 51 knots. So 51 knots is about almost 60 miles per hour. It's about 59 miles per hour. And they are about, I'd say they're about 20 miles from me. And from eastern Allegheny County, they're about 33 miles. Yeah, no warning. We're almost in a warning here in the World Weather Authority studio. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it actually materializes into anything. So eastern Allegheny County, this storm will probably be there in about a half an hour, maybe 33 minutes or so. And then here at the World Weather Authority studio, we could see the storms in about 18 minutes. Again, we're going to have to watch these bookend vortices. So let me show you this real quick. So you can see we got a kink from Wellsburg and then up through Aliquippa. So we could have a rotation up near Aliquippa and then down towards Wellsburg. And then right here in northern Washington County, it's possible to have some rotation. So this is near Florence heading into Babington, and this is going to head right into Robinson. So this storm's crossing 376 up near Independence and Aliquippa. This is going to head right into Gringo. Very, very close to the Pittsburgh International Airport. Heading into Clinton, Moon Township, Coriopolis. No tornado possible tag, which is good news, but let me show you some of the velocity here. So we could be looking at 55 mile per hour winds or so coming in. Most likely a little bit stronger than that because of the severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued. Obviously, they're going to be a little bit stronger. The criteria is 58 miles per hour. It's going to be a lot of rain, a lot of wind. Might lose power here, but we'll see. And thank you, Lynn Elizabeth 5210 for the comments. I appreciate it. Shout out to Justin and Matt as well. Thank you for the comments on YouTube. Thank you for the Storm Watchers chat as well. Appreciate you guys. And there we go. Tornado possible tag. We are officially in the severe thunderstorm warning here in the World Weather Authority studio. So severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Belmont County, Allegheny County, northwestern Greene County, Washington County, northwestern Westmoreland County, Armstrong County, southern Butler County, southeastern Beaver County, Brooke County, Marshall County, and Ohio County. It's a lot. So this is until 7 p.m. So we got about 58 minutes of this severe thunderstorm warning. So it's 6:01, just a minute ago. Severe thunderstorms are located along a line from over Meridian to 9 miles southwest of St. Clairsville, or along a line from near Butler to 9 miles southwest of St. Clairsville, moving east at 35 miles per hour. So these storms actually slowed down a good bit. That's not good because there's going to be a little bit more friction in the atmosphere. It actually looks like there was a tornado report here in Ambridge at 5:44. This is Beaver County. So down trees and damage to an above ground pole. So that's just to the north of Ambridge there. So we have to watch that carefully. So locations impacted include Pittsburgh, Penn Hills, Mount Lebanon, Bethel Park, Ross Township, Wheeling, Pittsburgh, Penn Hills, Mount Lebanon, Bethel Park, Ross Township, Wheeling, McCandless Township, Monroeville, Cranberry, Moon Township, McMurray, McKeesport, Butler, Washington, Franklin Park, Moundsville, Canonsburg, and Martins Ferry. So seek shelter inside a well-built structure and stay away from windows. These storms are capable of producing damaging winds. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms, so seek shelter in an interior room on the lowest floor of a well-built structure. So unfortunately, I am on the top floor right now. So I'll have to watch this carefully. So as this storm comes in, looks like there's a few areas of rotation. One up towards Burgettstown, one heading into the Moon Township area, one towards Fowlerston heading into Jefferson and Independence, and a couple down here towards Martins Ferry and Wheeling. So you guys in Fairmont, I will let you know what these storms are like as they come through this area. Of course, this line that I'm talking about is going to miss you guys to the north, so you guys are going to get this other stuff that's in between the special weather statement and the severe thunderstorm warnings. So we'll have to keep an eye out for you guys. We'll try to stay on as long as we can. Let me just make sure the mic's still working there. Alright, so make sure everything's working still. Alright, make sure the volume's still good. Yeah, volume sounds good. Just in case, see what happens. Just in case if we have to go downstairs for some reason. Just have to make sure. But right now, we plan on sticking it out on the top floor here, so we'll see how this goes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this storm is coming across the Pittsburgh International Airport as we speak. Again, tornado possible tag on this. Have to watch as this storm comes through. A little bit of area of convergence coming together just to the south of Clinton into Findlay Township. This is going to go towards Coriopolis Heights. Eventually into Forest Grove, Robinson Township, Moon Run, and then McKees Rocks. And it looks like to the north side of Pittsburgh. Looks like that's going to go there. So we'll have to watch that carefully as it comes through. Should probably close the window up here. Let me do that real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Not too bad. Okay. So I just got a report out of Ohio that it wasn't too bad. So we'll see what happens here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Maybe put like a 1 in the chat if you guys are still here, and if you guys can hear me. I disconnected my one microphone and hooked up my other one just in case. Yeah, Pittsburgh International Airport getting hit at the moment. See what else we got going on out here. Looks like the tornado warnings are getting ready to expire, which is good news. Hopefully they don't come back up. Looks like this one is still ongoing. You see the rotation here. Yeah, I mean, there's some rotation to the north of Brookville. This is heading into Warsaw, Allens Mills, Coal Glen, North Salger. So if you guys are in the path there, please take shelter immediately. Make sure seek shelter until this storm passes. You definitely don't want to be caught in the middle of that. And it's very interesting that there was a possible tornado report up to the north there. That was at 5:44. Let me see. Let me go back. Let's just go back 75 frames and see if we can go back to 5:44. It's possible there. 5:44. It's possible that there was a little brief spin-up tornado that went under the radar there. Let me see if I can see anything on the correlation coefficient. Yeah, it's extremely hard to tell there. But there was a supposed tornado report to the north there by the public. Down trees and damage to an above-ground pool. So that's interesting. Appreciate you guys being here. We got the 450 out of 500. We got the extreme scale here in Pittsburgh. And we are in the slight risk, as you can see at the top there, the scale, the marginal, slight, enhanced, moderate, and high. We are in the slight risk in the Pittsburgh area. Hope you guys are liking the graphics. I'm trying to get everything together. I am a one-man show here. It's pretty difficult to get everything together. So we're trying though. So let me just show you guys. I'm not going to show you guys exactly where I live, but I am going to be impacted by this part of the storm here. So we will see what happens there. Hopefully the roof doesn't come off because, like I said, I am on the top floor. And I have a window basically to my back. Well, I'm about 5 feet away from the window, so do not do what I do at all. Do not stay on the top floor. Do not stay near windows. It's just I want to be here live with you guys, and I want to cover this, just so that way everything is good and you guys are safe. That's the number one goal, is to keep everybody safe. But thank you guys. I really appreciate you. I'm going to try to pull up the camera for you guys as well, the Earth camera. The storms that are heading towards the Fairmont area, They'll probably be there in about an hour and a half or so. These ones here. Still got that tornado possible tag. All right, let me see if I can bring this in on stream real quick. Yeah, it's not looking too bad, huh? It's looking pretty okay. Hopefully the stream looks good for you guys. It's a little off there. Sorry, I went into studio mode there. I just wanted to see something real quick. If you're wondering why everything got jumbled. So yeah, we're going to bring something in here. We're going to bring in... Let's bring in the window capture. And... let's bring in the Earth cam, shall we? Just so you guys can see what's going on in Pittsburgh. All right, so there's the camera in Pittsburgh there. Storms are still off to the west, but you can see the clouds are starting to build there. So once the storm comes through Pittsburgh, we will pull that up once again to show you guys. That way you guys can see what's going on, but I think it's pretty neat to see it. I don't know, I think it's pretty awesome. Eventually, I want to get my own cameras out there and get them all situated. It would be really freaking awesome to have that. Big, strong gusts of wind coming through Coriopolis right now, heading towards Westview, Ross Township, and Bellevue. Just came through Moon Township as well. Like I said, we'll pull up this camera once again as... Here, I'll make it a little bit bigger for you guys. There we go. That way you guys can see what's going on in Pittsburgh. Looks a little angry out there. I'm sure there's a bunch of angry drivers on the highway too. There always is. All right, we'll check back with the camera once the storms actually move into the Pittsburgh area. Luckily, we don't have that much longer to wait. I've been live for about 2 hours now. 2 hours and 3 minutes, almost 2 hours and 4 minutes. And Lydia walked into the room. Say hi. She's like, no, please, no. So... she came to hang out with me until the storms pass and see what's going on here. Just in case if we have to run to the downstairs. No, it shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, I'm the type of person that loves these storms. So if it was up to me and the gas prices weren't $4.49 a gallon, I'd be out there chasing right now. But unfortunately, $4.49 a gallon is very steep to be driving, 100 miles plus. So... our cat is chilling with us, Hopper. She's with us. Unfortunately, do not do what she does. She is like 6 inches away from the window at the moment, sleeping. So we're gonna have to wake her up before the storms hit. Ruth is the only one in the family right now that's actually being good. She is downstairs, probably laying under the coffee table like a good cat during storms like this. Lydia has her face pressed up against the window now, so that's great. No, this is good. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. Like I said, I like to be human during these broadcasts. I don't like to be a robot. I've seen some of the YouTube channels where they like to be robots, and no, sorry, we're not doing any of that crap here. But anyway, how are you guys doing out there? Everybody okay? Okay, cool. Just checking the mic, make sure the volume's still good. And we are getting ready to get hit here. very much. We're very close. We are very, very close to the storms. Severe thunderstorm warning. Tornado possible. 60-mile-per-hour winds. Let's check the velocity data here. Ooh, look at that. We got something building down here towards Hickory. A little bit of spin in the atmosphere heading towards Southview, Venice, and then into Cecil, Lawrence, just to the south of Upper St. Clair there. Have to watch for something up here towards Gladden Heights, McDonald as well. It's going to head towards South Fayette Township, Cuddy, Upper St. Clair. So you guys are going to get hit twice, possibly. Have to watch that carefully. Hopefully that spin doesn't go anywhere else. We're down to 1 tornado warning, folks. We had 7 active tornado warnings, and they were all in Pennsylvania. Tornado outbreak here in Pennsylvania. Justin and Matt, I hope you guys and I can go storm chasing here pretty soon. That would be freaking awesome. Unfortunately, limited in terms of the monetary value here, so very limited actually. Have to watch down here towards Buffalo, and this is going to head towards Meadowlands and McGovern. A little bit of spin there. Area of convergence as well. How you guys doing in Fairmont? You guys okay? Haven't heard from you guys in a while. Hopefully you guys are doing all right. Man, it's getting windy out there. Probably got about 40-mile-per-hour winds maybe there. Oh, I'm sure you saw. Okay, so we'll have to check that. Wow, these storms are super strong. Martinsburg getting hit pretty good. Okay. Yeah, that one over towards that way has 60-mile-per-hour winds, quarter size hail. So you're looking probably to the northwest or to the north, and you could probably see those massive clouds. Let me see if we can get a radar estimate on the echo tops there. So it looks like 32,000 feet. I would probably say a little bit higher than 32,000 feet, but that's what the radar is saying there. Yeah, I agree too. I agree that these storms coming into the West Virginia area here, these are heading towards Clarksburg, Shinston, Fairmont. They're right over sort of St. Mary's, and they're heading over to the Wayne National Forest, heading into Middlebourne, Bridgeway. Some of these storms can definitely pack a punch tonight. Right now they're producing 50-mile-per-hour winds, so they're just 8 miles per hour shy of severe thunderstorm warnings. And we're going to have to watch for the hail increase as well. Because not only are severe thunderstorm warnings issued due to wind speeds, but they can also be issued if the hail size goes above a quarter. So the winds could actually be lower than 60 miles per hour. But if the hail goes above quarter size, or becomes bigger than quarters, or quarter size or above, then that could become a problem. All right, so we're getting ready to get hit here. See what happens. A little bit area of concern here. This is heading over towards Muse. This is heading over Swihart Road and State Route 980. It's heading into the Muse area. Looks like there's a little bit of spin in the atmosphere. And even down here towards Aurora Valley and Wolfdale and Washington, Just to the north of Taylorstown, we're going to have to watch for the potential for a brief spin-up tornado as well. Now, let me see something here. Just curious. I think, yeah, I do have a plug over there, so that's good. Let's see. See, if my camera cable was longer, I could technically put that in the window, but unfortunately it's not long enough. Let me see here. Wonder if it's possible. Let me check something real quick. Let me see if I can get my camera out and try to connect it. Try to bring in my camera. Let's see. Let's see. Well, thought I could bring that in, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to be working very well. Okay, well, let's pull up the Pittsburgh camera since these storms are getting ready to come through. It looks pretty wicked outside. Alright, let's go to OBS and let's pull up the Pittsburgh camera, folks. There we go. Look at that clouds coming in, folks. It looks like a like alien mothership or something coming across the skyline there. It's kind of like Independence Day. Yeah, we definitely have those storms coming in from the west. Looks very angry outside. So this This is the area that we're looking at right here. Let me probably make this a little bit smaller. There we go. We'll put it like right in the center for now. Looks pretty angry out there in Pittsburgh. Yeah, it looks very angry. Very ominous, especially over to the right there, especially right in here. It looks pretty ominous. Rumbles of thunder happening. Getting ready to get hit here in about, I'd say about a minute we're going to get hit. I have to watch the development of some brief spin-ups. Let's keep the Pittsburgh camera on, see what we can get. Let me try to pull up my camera as well. Very windy out there. Wind is coming from all types of directions outside right now. Right. So how you guys doing out there? Everybody okay? See if we can capture some lightning on radar, on camera. That'd be pretty cool. Let's run this as administrator real quick. Just to get this posted up. Crazy, man. It is wild. Take a look at the clouds. Clouds are absolutely insane. Indeed. Almost looks like a big supercell storm coming in. Lots of rain. Shaking the house here, the wind. Very angry clouds in the city of Pittsburgh. Wow, it is angry out there for sure. The crazy thing enough is that we're actually almost on the backside of the storm, so we may have made it. Pittsburgh looks like I said, it looks like something from Independence Day. You know, the big mothership coming over the city. Pretty neat. Absolutely insane. So how you guys faring out there? I hope you guys are doing okay. Still got the tornado possible tag on this storm. Gotta watch near Cannonsburg, guys, down towards Hill Church. So we're looking at right on Fulton Road. This is heading over towards Lindenwood Golf Club. It's going to head over to the Boone Reservoir and Water Dam Road towards Peters Lake. It looks like there's a little bit of rotation showing up there on radar. Now let me move the camera real quick. There we go. And we got that little bit of an inflow notch coming in down to the southeast of Cannonsburg. It's hard to tell. Yeah, it looks like near Hill Church, heading over towards Lindenwood Golf Club. So if you guys are in that area, definitely take shelter immediately. It looks like there could be the potential for a brief spin-up tornado down here. Cannonsburg heading right over towards the Lindenwood Golf Club. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Wraith 636. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. How's the storm out where you're at? Is it going nuts? Surprisingly, we're like almost on the back side of this. We had a little bit of winds, and surprisingly, we didn't lose power. But let me switch over to the camera view one more time, just to show you guys. There we go. City of Pittsburgh. Thank you for the 100 joules. Appreciate it. Yeah, it looks angry out there, huh? Yeah, it's good to see you too, brother. Yeah, it's definitely coming down out there. Some rumbles of thunder. Some things, happening out there. It looks like. Looks like we had a report in the Carnegie area of 60-mile-per-hour winds from the public. That was at 6:30. So that was about 5 minutes ago. I love when these reports populate on here. It's great. No, it's definitely good to see you, brother. Thanks for coming into the chat, and also thank you for sending the 100 joules. Appreciate it. And yeah, it's definitely coming down out there. Thankfully, it's Sunday, and neither of us are at work, so that's good. Yeah, it's coming down in buckets out there for sure, especially towards the Carnegie and Heidelberg area, down through Bridgeville as well. Thankfully, Carnegie's about to be on the backside of the storm. Looks like Pittsburgh as well, but if you take a look at the camera, you can see the rain overtaking the camera there. Just to show you guys, I'll leave it on for a little bit longer as this storm comes in. Hey, look at that. Look at the blinding rain coming in. Wow. It's absolutely insane. It could some of the buildings are actually disappearing behind the rain. Wow, look at that. Yeah, the city of Pittsburgh is disappearing behind the rain there, guys. Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah, definitely don't have to worry about work tonight, so that's good. Thank God, right? This freaking... it's too much. Yep, so we can see that wall of rain coming through the Pittsburgh area there. Yeah, the rain probably will be coming down a little bit harder for the next few minutes. The wind should definitely be dying down, though, so that's good. And before the ad pops up, there we go. Let me get rid of that. All right, so let's go back to the radar data. Looks like we have a big push of wind going through the Cannonsburg area. Let me put this mic back on because let's see here. I like to have both mics running at the same time. Sorry if you hear a lot of noise. I'm just hooking it to myself. magnetically. There we go. Hopefully audio quality is still good. And let me switch back to the camera just real quick. The entire city of Pittsburgh has disappeared, folks, behind the rain. So just so you guys know, basically how heavy the rain is coming through the area. We experienced that just about a few minutes ago, but we are really not much going on out there now. It looks like the wind has died down, but there, yeah, like Wraith said, definitely a lot of rain. Thankfully, we're on the backside. So there's Pittsburgh right now, guys. That's pretty intense. So we will take that down so we can go to the radar. Let me see. It looks like there's a couple other reports populating and popping up here. So let me see if we can get to those. There we go. All right, so south of Kennedy Township, Pennsylvania. Looks like large tree branches came down. And we go up to the north a little bit. Coriopolis, Pennsylvania, Allegheny County. From the public, large tree has fell down. Like I said, in our area, in the Pittsburgh area, I gave a grade of 71 out of 100, so C- for this weather event. Really wasn't going to be anything major for the Pittsburgh area, at least. With probably some power outages most likely happening out there. Definitely some damaging wind. Yeah, there was a lightning strike that was very close. Yeah, it's insane out there. Pittsburgh still looking like can hardly see anything there. Let me just pull that back up just for the... We'll do like 10 seconds on the camera. There we go. Can hardly see anything, just the smokestacks there just in the foreground. You can see the flag sort of in the middle of the screen there, off to the left just a little bit. Blowing pretty good. Yeah, it's crazy out there for sure. So Canonsburg, you guys are on the back side of this. Buffalo, Cross Creek, Burgettstown as well. A little bit more storms coming in. Bunch of storms heading towards the Fairmont area as well, down to the south, heading towards Middlebourne at the moment. Looks like they are packing 50-mile-per-hour winds, maybe some pea-sized hail. Remember, the severe thunderstorm watch expires in... Is it till 9 tonight, or is it till 8? Until 8, okay. So it is until 8 p.m. tonight. For the southern counties, for Washington County, looks like that'll probably be removed here. It was removed for Allegheny County and points to the north. So Beaver, Butler, and all of Ohio here. Basically north of Zanesville, except for near Columbus. You guys are still in it. But other than that, the severe thunderstorm watch has been canceled. So it looks like this will be the only round of storms for us tonight, which is pretty good. We have some rain behind this, a little bit of... not too much. Looks like the rain cold air is most likely going to help diminish some of these storms. We're going to have to watch out near Gastonville, near New Eagle, and then towards Monongahela. We got a big push coming out. So that is what we like to call a little bow echo or a bow surge there. That's pretty interesting to see on radar. Oh, wow. Lightning just hit a tree or something right near you. Holy crap. Okay. Well, hey, I hope you're staying safe. Definitely try to stay indoors. Don't go outside. I'm glad you're doing okay. You still have, hopefully you still have power. Hopefully it didn't hit like a telephone pole or like a power substation or anything. But yeah, we do have these surges of wind, so let me annotate just a little bit here. So we have a surge of wind up towards New Kensington, and then we have a little surge coming in down here towards southern Allegheny County into Washington County. And then there's another surge just to the east of Washington. So we like to call those bow echoes. So it's just a line or cluster of thunderstorms with bows outward on the radar, resembling an archer's bow, or just like a regular bow and arrow type. So strong winds develop in the middle of a thunderstorm line. These winds surge forward faster than the ends of the line, and the center pushes outward, creating the characteristic bow shape, which we're seeing down here. We might have to watch for the potential for tornado down here, unfortunately, near Ginger Hill again, just like last time, where it was near Bentleyville and Ellsworth, but this is to the north here, so that's good. So this is going to be up towards Frohman and Courtney, heading right across the river there into Forward Township. So let me just see if there's any rotation. There was a little bit of spin there on radar, the velocities. A little area of convergence near Gastonville. No tornado warnings at the moment, which is good. We have 24 severe thunderstorm warnings across the nation and 5 5 flash flood warnings. 465 out of 500 for the weather intensity score in Pittsburgh. Once the severe thunderstorm warning drops on that, that's going to significantly drop. We could see some in these bow echoes, like I was showed you earlier in the annotation. We could see, between 60 and 80 mile per hour winds, widespread power outages, downed trees, embedded tornadoes. So basically it's the rear inflow jet. Powerful stream of air descends behind the storm, accelerates wind toward the ground. We could get some mesovortices or bookend vortices that develop. Those are small scale rotations that can develop along the leading edge, which can produce brief tornadoes. These are common in bow echoes crossing the region, especially here in Pennsylvania and West Virginia. And then we have the bookend vortices, which are rotating circulations, which often form on the northern and southern ends of the bow, which help intensify the storm system and can enhance tornado potential. I have to watch that. Very good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm glad the grid is pretty good there. And I'm glad you're okay. Don't want to get struck by lightning. New severe thunderstorm warning issued off to the east. So let me check that out for you. National Weather Service in Pittsburgh has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Allegheny County, northern Fayette County, southeastern Washington County, Westmoreland County, southern Armstrong County, Indiana County, and southern Jefferson County in west central Pennsylvania. At 6:44, so a minute ago. This is until 8 p.m., by the way. So just a minute ago, severe thunderstorms were located along a line from 9 miles west of Punxsutawney to 10 miles southeast of East Washington, or along a line 9 miles west of Punxsutawney to 10 miles southeast of Washington, moving east at 40 miles per hour. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and pea-sized hail are the threats. It doesn't look like there's a tornado possible tag, so that's good. That was dropped. We can expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Penn Hills, Monroeville, Greensburg, McKeesport, Indiana, Jeanette, Latrobe, Connellsville, Punxsutawney, Vandergrift, Homer City, Apollo, Gastonville, Plum, West Mifflin, Murraysville, Wilkinsburg, South Park Township, and New Kensington. So if I read your city off, seek shelter inside a well-built structure and stay away from windows. These storms are capable of producing damaging winds, and a tornado watch remains in effect until 10 p.m. for portions of southwest and west central Pennsylvania. So let me pull that up. All right, so tornado watch. So it does include Allegheny County, surprisingly, for another until 10 p.m. tonight. It's interesting. And then all the way, this includes all the way to the mountainous terrain here, and then up through Lock Haven, Williamsport, Warren. So this is basically secluded to the Pennsylvania region. It does not extend into New York or into West Virginia or into Maryland at this time. So that's good. All right, let's turn that off. So we have a pretty strong storm going to the north of Lock Haven right now, to the northwest of that. So let's take a look at this. Severe thunderstorm warning expires in 13 minutes. Tornado is possible. So we have 60 mile per hour winds and penny-sized hail. And this, let's see, Glen Union is going to be impacted by this storm. Let me see. This looks like they're getting impacted now. And this is going to go through the state game lands number 89 and then up through Gallagher, but you guys are not in a warning at the moment. Tornado is possible on this storm. Wouldn't be surprised if this storm here gets a tornado warning on it. Sterling Run over Square Timber Wild area. Sorry, my voice is cracking a little bit. And let me see. A little bit of rotation there. Alright, now let's take our attention down to the south, where a new severe thunderstorm warning was issued. National Weather Service in Charleston, West Virginia has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Doddridge County, Tyler County, and northern Harrison County. This is until 7:30 p.m. So just a minute ago, a severe thunderstorm was located over Middlebourne, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Hazard is 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Wouldn't be surprised if we couldn't rule out some small hail there. So expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Clarksburg, Middlebourne, Bridgeport, Shinston, Sisterville, Lumberport, Enterprise, Alma, Wallace, Wick, Lima, Centerpoint, Sedalia, Canton, and Meadowbrook. This includes Interstate 79 near mile marker 122. So if I read your city off or your town, for your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is occurring within this storm and may lead to flash flooding. And do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Always remember, your life is way more important than where you're going. So if you encounter flooded roadways, turn around, don't drown. Thank you, brother. Thanks for sending the 200 joules. I appreciate it. Trying to get better at their weather reporting. It's a work in progress. And we have another tornado warning. Let's go up to the north here. So this tornado warning was just issued. So this is for southeastern Allegheny County and west central Westmoreland County until 7:15 p.m. So just 2 minutes ago, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Clairton or near McKeesport, moving east at 45 miles per hour. So locations impacted include, so this is actually to the south of McKeesport. So even though McKeesport is included in this, it's just the south part of McKeesport that's included. So this is Greensburg, South McKeesport, Jeanette, Jefferson Hills, White Oak, Clairton, Glassport, Irwin, Manor, Youngwood, Liberty, New Stanton, Versailles, Elizabeth, Calumet, Norvelt, Lincoln, and North Irwin. So if I read your city off, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a well-built building away from windows. And if you're outdoors or in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. So that's that cell that I saw near Gastonville that was producing that sort of inflow notch there. And it looks like it still has that. This is coming into Buena Vista near Coulter and Greenock, heading into, looks like Hermione and Madison and Youngwood over towards Greensburg. I don't see any evidence of a tornado on the ground at the moment, but that could change very quickly. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that. Now, don't want to cut off down to the south near Shinston and down through the Clarksburg area as well, just to the north of Clarksburg. So it looks like we do have two separate areas of rotation. So it looks like there's going to be a handoff circulation back off to the, looks like this one is the strongest, off to the east, just to the east of Middlebourne here. That is going to be near Gorals Run Road, just right off of the 3-8 and to the north of the 18 there. So yeah, it's coming into the Shinston area. So Matt, you're gonna have to let me know what's going on down there. That's a pretty strong storm coming in. All right, so we are on the backside officially of the severe weather here in the Pittsburgh area. So that's good news. Off to the east, unfortunately, not so good news with the tornado warning heading into Irwin, Jeanette, and Greensburg. Thank you guys for liking the stream and sharing it. Also for all the comments in the chat as well. And thanks brother for the 300 joules. Appreciate it. Hopefully, one of these days, man, we gotta do, like, you and I gotta do a live stream. It'd be really cool. We can get together and just talk about whatever, whatever's on our minds. It'd be sweet. Thank you guys. Saw the hearts flying up the screen too. Appreciate that. I'm sorry, I was getting a drink. That is a gigantic special weather statement area. I don't think I've ever seen a special weather statement that gigantic. So strong thunderstorms will impact southeastern Meigs, Calhoun, Wirt, northwestern Roan, northern Jackson, southeastern Wood, Harrison, southeastern Pleasance, Ritchie, Doddridge, northwestern Taylor, northern Gilmer, northwestern Lewis, and Tyler counties through 8 p.m. tonight. So at 6:54 p.m., Doppler radar was tracking strong thunderstorms along a line extending from near Pine Grove to near Ravenswood. Movement was east at 55 miles per hour. So it looks like wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour, but I wouldn't be surprised if these were upgraded to a severe thunderstorm warning. Again, we're only 8 miles per hour away from a severe thunderstorm. Gusty winds could knock down trees and blow around unsecured objects, so trash can dodging may be a thing down there. So this is for Clarksburg, Harrisville, Glenville, Elizabeth, Grantsville, Bridgeport, Ravenswood, Shinston, Stonewood, Nutterfort, Salem, Pennsboro, Lumberport, West Union, Vanmore, Sandyville, North Bend State Park, Enterprise, West Milford, and Ellenboro. This includes Interstate 79 between mile markers 116 and 128, Interstate 77 in West Virginia between mile markers 142 and 164, Route 50 in West Virginia between mile markers 22 and 82. So if you're outdoors, consider seeking shelter inside of a building. These storms may intensify, so be certain to monitor local radio stations and available television stations for additional information, and monitor World Weather Authority here. So we're going to continue tracking these storms. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning that popped up just to the north a little bit. So be careful if you guys are in this area. So severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Fayette County in southwestern Pennsylvania, Greene County in southwestern Pennsylvania, southeastern Washington County in southwestern Pennsylvania, Marion County, Marshall County, Monongalia County, and Wetzel County in northern West Virginia. So this is until 7:45 p.m. So just 2 minutes ago, severe thunderstorms were located along a line from near Waynesburg to 7 miles southwest of Pine Grove, or along a line from near Waynesburg to 10 miles south of New Martinsville, moving southeast at 30 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and small hail. No tornado possible tags, so that's good news. Locations impacted include Morgantown, Fairmont, Uniontown, Waynesburg, Westover, Mannington, Star City, Masontown, Pleasant Valley, Brownsville, Winfield, Fredericktown, Millsboro, South Connellsville, Jeffersonboro, Fairdale, Brockville, Point Marion, Monongah, Cameron, and Granville. It looks like Colfax and Whitehall and Pleasant Valley are also located in that. So seek shelter inside a well-built structure and stay away from windows. These storms are capable of producing damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. Greensburg. Yes, let me check on that. So you guys are still in the tornado warning. So I definitely stay in your safe place until this storm passes. Let me get the information here. So just a minute ago, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Irwin, or 7 miles southeast of McKeesport, moving east at 45 miles per hour. So flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This includes Greensburg, Jeanette, Irwin, Manor, Youngwood, New Stanton, Calumet, Norvelt, Suttersville, Penn, Madison, Arona, Adamsburg, Grapeville, and Hermione. I hope I'm pronouncing all those right. If I listed your city there, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a well-built building and away from windows. If you are outdoors or in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Remember, guys, overpasses are not good. So if you guys are traveling along 76 or 30 there, you definitely don't want to be under an underpass or an overpass. It's one of the worst places to shelter during a tornado, despite the famous video from the 1991 Kansas Turnpike tornado that made many people think otherwise. And unfortunately, you guys don't want to be caught in that. So the wind speeds will increase there. The overpass acts like a wind tunnel. As air is forced through the narrow space beneath the bridge, it accelerates. Winds under the overpass can actually be stronger than in nearby open areas. Can also have flying debris. So you're exposed to wood, metal, glass, road signs, tree limbs. And the bridge will actually offer little protection from debris entering from the sides. And strong winds can actually pull people out from under the underpass. So you have to be careful with that. You can probably lose your grip very easily because of these steep slopes leading up to them. And then traffic hazards as well. So when people stop under an overpass, traffic backs up, escape routes become blocked, and vehicles can be struck by debris or other vehicles. So if you're driving and a tornado is approaching, best option is to drive to a sturdy building if it's close and safely reachable. If that's not possible and a tornado is imminent, get out of the vehicle, move to a low-lying area such as a ditch or depression away from trees and flood-prone locations. Lie flat and cover your head and neck. So you definitely don't want to seek shelter under an underpass. So let me see what's going on with the velocity data here. There's definitely going to be some strong winds coming in. Definitely see some 56 mile per hour winds. Most likely it's going to be a little bit stronger than that. We do have that inflow notch just to the north of Hermione near Fulton. And if we just track this, let's see. So if we track this area, it's going to be near Arona, Millersdale, Middleton, Madison, Midway, and South Greensburg. So definitely stay in your safe place if you live in this area. You definitely don't want to be caught outdoors, especially during an event like this. Oh yeah, you're very welcome. No problem. If you have any more questions, let me know. It is going to get a bit windy, but this storm is going to move through pretty quickly. So as long as you stay in your safe place, an interior room away from windows, you're going to be okay. You're going to be just fine riding this out. Absolutely. It's pretty scary for sure. But it's always better to be prepared and not be scared. So you can see a little bit of spin here, just to the north of Hermione. This is going to head right across Arona, Millersdale, Fort Allen, and then South Greensburg. So most likely near South Greensburg Police Department, South Greensburg Municipal Park, and then it's just going to head right over the University of Pittsburgh at Greensburg there. So that area of spin. We're going to have to watch that carefully. There's also another one up towards Jeanette as well, up near Adamsburg. So if this one comes in, this is going to go to the north side of Greensburg. It's going to come through Grapeville and then Seton Hill University. Probably come right across the Greensburg-Salem Middle School and then head right over towards East Pittsburgh Street, Donahoe Road as well, and then eventually over towards George Station Road there. We'll keep an eye out on this. This is radar indicated. This is not an observed tornado at this time. So that's good news. It doesn't look like the warning is going to be extended, at least for the time being. So hopefully you guys are doing okay. Severe thunderstorm warning expires in 42 minutes for the Fairmont area. This does include Pleasant Valley and Colfax and Whitehall. So definitely get to your safe place if you can. This does include Morgantown, Fairmont, Uniontown, Waynesburg, Westover, Mannington, Star City, Masontown, Pleasant Valley, Brownsville, Winfield, Fredericktown, Millsboro, South Connellsville, Jeffersonboro, Fairdale, Brockville, Point Marion, Monongah, Cameron, and Granville. Like I said, it does include Colfax, Fairmont, as well as the Whitehall area. Storms are moving at 31 knots. 31 knots, about 36 miles per hour. You can see in the Pittsburgh area, we've dropped down from 450 or so down to 240. So thunderstorm warning is present in the local forecast. Stronger storms remain possible. So we're going to have to watch that throughout the night. I still think that there's not going to be much activity for the Pittsburgh area unless something else decides to come through. All right, so Greensburg, you guys are getting ready to get hit by this storm. It's knocking on your doorstep right now. Still got that area spin. It actually decreased in intensity up by Jeanette. It also decreased in intensity in the middle here by Arona as well. So hopefully this is enough to get this tornado warning canceled. But you still want to stay in your safe place. You can still see that there's still moderate spin there, but that might just be the mesocyclone coming through on the front side of that storm. A couple bound weak echo regions. Hopefully this doesn't get extended. I don't see anything in terms of tornado. The only thing that's concerning is just this little area out in front near Middleton. Just right here. So this is going to be well to the south of Greensburg. The strongest area that I see. It's going to be near to the north of Youngwood, crossing 119 there, and eventually heading into Pleasant Unity. And Lycopus, if that's how you pronounce that, or Lycopus. And down through Calumet as well. So the light to moderate rain is starting to impact the Greensburg area. Fairmont, you still got a little bit to wait for this storm to impact you. Definitely stay in your safe place. Yes, Matt, you are correct. There is a little bit of rotation to that storm heading into Shinston. It's going to head right in between Reinhardt and Alliance, and then head right into the north side of Shinston near Viropa and Enterprise. Thank you all for joining. Appreciate it. Just tracking this storm down here near Shinston. We still got this tornado warning up towards Greensburg. I do have a feeling that it is going to expire here. Definitely looks a lot less threatening on radar right now. Still, you're going to have 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Definitely a little bit of hail. Lots of torrential rain. So definitely be on the lookout for that. So how's everybody holding up? Everybody doing good? Still got that area of spin coming into Millersdale, going into Fort Allen, and like I said, it's going to come into the south portion of South Greensburg here. This is a little bit of rotation. It's not super strong. It is trying to become a little convergent though, so we'll have to watch that convergent motion within that rain core. Luckily, no tornado. Oh, we still got tornado possible tags here up to the north, too. So, let's see. There's a little bound weak echo region there. It's almost, so it's a weak echo region. A little bit of spin up there, too, towards Salzburg. And a little bit of spin there. Keep an eye out on that. Harrisburg, you guys are in a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's pull that up real quick. Does look like it is going to go to the north of you, so that's good news. Got a couple storms on the backside of that as well. Severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Cumberland County, southwestern Dauphin County, and east central Perry County. It's until 7:30, so we got about 21 minutes left. So just a minute ago, a severe thunderstorm was located over near New Kingstown, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and quarter-size hail. So this includes Camp Hill, Enola, and Mechanicsburg. Basically right now, as we speak. Then Harrisburg, Progress, and Lingleton in about 10 minutes, and Paxtonia around 7:30. So other locations impact include Dauphin, City Island, Penn State Dickinson School of Law, and Harrisburg Area Community College. This includes the Pennsylvania Turnpike from mile markers 223 to 234, Interstate 81 from mile markers 48 to 72, and Interstate 83 from mile markers 48 to 50. If I stated your city or the location that you're driving in, stay inside a well-built structure and keep away from windows. If you can, pull over. Just try to find a well-built structure to stay in. Continuous cloud to ground lightning is occurring with the severe thunderstorm, and move indoors immediately. Definitely don't want to get struck by lightning. Be a little hard to tell out here. It does have a mezzo on it. Looks like it's going to head to the north side of Harrisburg there. Careful, you guys live in Gump and Spragues down through Kirby. You're going to get some strong winds coming in, most likely at the upper end of that 60 mile per hour. Some rotation still visible. It's heading towards Reinhardt, Enterprise, Whitehall. So rotation is just going to be just to the south of Colfax there. But I would definitely consider getting into a safe spot if you live down to the south of Fairmont. You just want to be safe. Yeah, the storms are over for the Pittsburgh area, at least for now. And don't anticipate any more storms behind this. Maybe it's just some rain. A little bit of rain shields coming in. Tornado warning has expired for Greensburg, so that's good news. Still, you're going to have a lot of heavy rain, a lot of lightning. Definitely some winds coming in as well. Waynesburg, you guys are basically on the backside of the storm now. Greensburg, you guys are directly in the core. Okay, we got 0 tornado warnings across the nation at the moment, but we do have 21 active severe thunderstorm warnings and 3 flash flood warnings. Are you talking about the Shinston storm? So if you're talking about the Shinston storm, I would say that a tornado possible tag would probably be the right approach at the moment. Still has broad rotation on it. Yeah, I'm seeing broad rotation right here. Now, once this red and green go together, like very closely, we're gonna have to watch that. So you can see the spin there. This one, it's wobbling. The spin's wobbling a little bit, but this one, the spin's gonna go through Alliance, and then it's gonna go through Pleasant Valley. And then right to the north of Colfax, most likely between Benton's Ferry and Colfax, is where that area of spin is going to go. So right between Benton's Ferry and Colfax, right along the Tigert River there, just to the north of it probably. It's probably going to go right down Shady Tree Lane, and then it's probably going to go over Mandel Ferry Road, most likely, just to the north of the Tigert River there. We'll keep you updated, though. I mean, it definitely can be a scary situation, but I would just try to remain as calm as you can. Like I said, there is no tornado warning on this at the moment. We do have a new tornado warning to the north. This is probably one of the strongest rotations I've seen. Well, it was pretty strong. It's up near Coudersport. This is until 7:45. 45 mile per hour it's moving at. So it'll be near Denton Hill State Park around 7:20. So please take shelter immediately if you are in that area. And Sweden Valley, Denton ski area, and Ulysses around probably the next few minutes or so. So take cover, move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor, sturdy building, avoid windows. Again, this is in Pennsylvania. So we have no tornado warnings right now outside of Pennsylvania once again. It's starting to get that bound weak echo region here. So this is heading right over Reinhardt. It's like right in here. So that's going to be the area of spin. It's very, very broad spin at the moment. This is most likely just probably a mesocyclone embedded in the QLCS. Big time severe thunderstorm warnings being issued. Got to watch that area as well. Let me see. So right there in that video that you sent me, that looks like a lightning zone area. That's most likely, in the first part of that video, that's most likely where you're going to see the lightning occur at. Still has some broad rotation on it. So this is heading into the Shinston area, down into the Fairmont, Pleasant Valley, Colfax, Whitehall area. Right now, no tornado possible tag. Still good news. I'll keep you guys as updated as I can. A little bit of an inflow notch coming in. So right in here, you can see just to the south of Alliance. It's trying to get its act together. Unfortunately, it looks like some of the terrain, I shouldn't say unfortunately, but fortunately, it looks like some of the terrain in this area may be impeding the low-level circulation here, so that's good news. There is a mid-level circulation, just a mesocyclone there. Wow, there's still a little bit of spin there, but it's more of a wind event at the moment. Still some spin, but it's very broad. Area convergence up to the north, up towards looks like Klondike and Ragtown. At the moment, I would just be prepared and try to be as calm as you possibly can. Right now, there is no tornado warning on this storm, so that's good news. And like I said, it's still broad rotation. There was a good area of spin just to the southeast of Coldersport. This is in north central Pennsylvania. Let me go back down to Fairmont. Make sure you guys are doing okay down here. It's stronger. It's starting to become a little bit stronger on the back side of this. You can see this little spin just to the north of Hartselle, heading into Alliance. How's everybody doing? Everybody's doing all right? Still no tornado warning or a tornado possible tag on this, so that's good. It looks more of a damaging wind event now. It looks like it's pushing out this bow echo type feature. Still says 60-mile-per-hour winds on this storm. Looks like the rotation is still broadening out. Looks like it's actually becoming weaker. There's a little bit of spin in there, but I don't really see anything indicative of a tornado actually coming down. Luckily, these storms, when they come through, they're going to come through pretty quickly. See, that area of spin is just right in there. Right beyond the rain there. So once that shelf cloud or rain passes there, gust front. A little bit of spin there too within the rain. Oh, another tornado warning. Got another tornado warning to the north. This one looks pretty intense. This is going towards Carthage, State Game Lands 100, and Sproul State Forest as well, up to the north. It's northwestern Center County, east central Clearfield County, west central Clinton County. This is until 8 p.m. Severe thunderstorm capable of both tornadoes and excessive straight line wind damage was located over Carthage, moving east at 45 miles per hour. So locations impact include Carthage, Pine Glen, and LeConte's Mill. So move to a basement interior room on the lowest floor, sturdy building, avoid windows. If you're outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. That's probably the strongest rotation that I've seen. Up to the north. This is up near Carthage. This is in Pennsylvania. So again, Pennsylvania is plagued by tornado warnings. The only thing I was worried about was this. I was really worried about this storm merger down here when it came through. But now it's sort of looking like this storm is weakening a bit. That storm merger really didn't do much justice. And there is it's a slight hook on this storm, but I still think it's a relatively weak rotation. I don't think that this is... I just don't see this producing. Again, there's still no tornado possible tag, so I would assume that the National Weather Service, I think they're doing a pretty good job on this storm. Wait for the newest scan to come in. Let me get some data for you. Yeah, so the storm's still severe warned, so I mean it's still gonna be winds in excess of 58 miles per hour. That's the criteria for severe storms. And the hail is nowhere near quarter size, so I'm still seeing broad rotation on the radar. I'm not seeing anything indicative of a tornado at the moment. Down here near Pleasant Valley, Fairmont, Colfax. I do see areas of convergence, but I mean I don't see they're not very strong. I just see this trying to elongate a little bit. Looks more like it's becoming a straight line wind event. Most likely 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. It could even be less than that, but the National Weather Service still has the severe thunderstorm warning in effect. So I'm going to stick with the 50 to 60 mile per hour winds that the National Weather Service is saying. Thank you guys for all the comments. I appreciate it. Let me see, ZDR. Still seeing broad rotation. Stronger winds are starting to move into the Morgantown area. Greensburg, you guys are out of the warning now. We still have tornado possible tag for Latrobe, Blairsville, heading over to... This may extend even into Johnstown. We'll see if they keep the tornado possible tag on it. But we have that we have that bow echo, which can create those bookend vortices. Most likely this northern part will be the strongest. So this is going to be up to the east of Derry, and this is going to head across 711 into West Fairfield, Baldwin Furnace, State Game Lands number 42, and then eventually into Westwood, Westmont, and Johnstown. So we'll keep an eye out on that. Still seeing the threat of damaging winds down here near Shinston and Fairmont. Still seeing broad rotation, guys. You guys should be okay. I don't think a tornado is going to form on top of you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me go up to the north a little bit. Want to keep an eye on these tornado warnings up here. State Game Lands number 100. Could be a potential tornado. That actually looks like a tornado on the ground. This is just coming into Pine Glen. If you guys live in Pine Glen, please take shelter immediately. Definitely don't want to be caught outside. Get to your safe place as quick as you possibly can. that looks like a tornado coming into Pine Glen, guys. If you live in Pine Glen, you guys need to get to an interior room on the lowest level or get to a sturdy shelter immediately. This storm is bearing right down on top of you guys. It's hard to say, but there could be something in there. It's just to the north of that. There could potentially be a tornado coming into Pine Glen as we speak, guys. This is tornado warned, but it is not verified at the moment. But correlation coefficient does show something coming into Pine Glen. Just to the south of Pine Glen, this is heading right up South Main Street, coming across Cedar Drive, Pine Glen Road. And it looks like this is going to start heading over towards, looks like Ridge Road. Just to the north of the German settlement, to the south of the State Game Lands 100. So it looks like there is a tornado on the ground, according to correlation coefficient. Storm relative velocity showing the same thing. Pretty strong up here near Pine Glen. Okay, we got the tornado possible tag down here for Shinston and Colfax, but it's for the southern portion of the storm. So this is near Shinston, Meadowbrook, Santiago. This is going to be south of Whitehall and Colfax. This is most likely for the Enterprise Shinston area. Again, I think this is just going to be a damaging wind threat mixed with torrential rainfall for sure. Again, this tornado possible tag is for this entire line from Shinston down, looks like down through Burnt House, Tanner, and then down through Burning Springs. Looks like maybe down here by Middle Point. We're going to have to watch the top end of this Bow Echo area. Unfortunately, it's in a pretty big, it's in an area where the radar is pretty far away. Winds are probably going to start picking up here, down here towards Pleasant Valley, Colfax, and Whitehall, right across 79 there. Again, I'm not seeing any tornadoes. I get that it says tornado possible, but tornado possible tag would be down here for the Shinston area, and then possibly down here towards Salem, and then right along this line, most likely towards Middle Point. Fairmont, you guys are going to see a wind direction shift pretty soon. Now, the storm actually to the north of Fairmont towards Baxter, Ribsville, Grantown actually looks a little bit stronger than the one to the south. And there's the new warning for that one. So Fayette County in southwestern Pennsylvania, Preston County, northeastern West Virginia, Marion County in northern West Virginia, Monongalia County in northern West Virginia until 9 p.m. So the severe thunderstorm was located along a line over South Connellsville to 11 miles southwest of Monongah, or along a line from near Connellsville to 14 miles south of Mannington, moving east at 40 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and small hail. Locations impact include Morgantown, Fairmont, Uniontown, Connellsville, Westover, Kingwood, Star City, Terra Alta, Rouseburg, Masontown, Pleasant Valley, Winfield, South Connellsville, Farmington, Brockville, Point Merriam, Monongah, Granville, Newburgh, and Brookhaven. So seek shelter inside a well-built structure and stay away from windows. These storms are capable of producing damaging winds, excess of 58 miles per hour. Yeah, they extended the warning to 9 p.m. to include Kingwood and Terra Alta. The storms won't be around that area until about 9 p.m. And there's no tornado possible tag. The only one that has a tornado possible tag is the one in Shinston near Hepzibah, heading towards Bridgeport and I-79 there. In Fairmont and Pleasant Valley, you guys are getting in on the wind action there. That is a very strong radar signature there, heading right over the state game lands. The National Weather Service may have to do... They probably should take a look at Pine Glen and up near State Game Lands 100 near Big Fork Hill and to the north of German Settlement. I do believe that a tornado may have hit Pine Glen and then went into, looks like to the east of that, and then went just into the State Game Lands and is sort of dissipating as we speak. So let's take a look at this real quick. See if we can do 3D radar there. So this is how tall the storms look like coming into Fairmont and Shinston. That's most likely why you're seeing that shelf cloud there. Perfect example. All right, so how's it going down there in Fairmont and Shinston? You guys doing down there? You guys doing all right? Probably got a lot of damaging winds coming in. Severe thunderstorm warning just to the north of Charleston. That looks pretty ominous on radar. Yeah, it looks very ominous. This is getting ready to cross. Looks like 77 there. Does look a little bit weaker at the moment, but it did look like it had some rotation back here. Looks like at 7:33, so just 10 minutes ago, just to the south of Rocky Fork. Definitely some good rotation there. Yeah, the only rotation I see is down here near McAlpin, getting ready to cross 79 down to the south of Santiago. I'm not seeing much in terms. There's just broad rotation up to the north, up towards Pleasant Valley. It almost looks like it's more of a damaging wind event there, just because of that bow echo there coming through Fairmont. And then up to the north of that, we have a little bit of rotation up near Everettville, heading across 73. Thank you guys for all the chats on YouTube as well. Appreciate it. If you guys want me to cover a specific location, let me know. We can take a look at that. Probably going to be streaming for another, I'd say, 15-20 minutes. After that, need to go make some food. So if you have any questions, comments, like I said, I'll probably be on another 15-20 minutes. Wouldn't be surprised if there was actually a tornado up here just a few minutes ago. Just near Pine Glen, State Game Lands 100, and then it sort of looks like it dissipated there. Looks like it's trying to get its act back together again. National Weather Service should take a look at that up to the north. Looks like that is the only tornado warning at the moment. Storm near Charleston is trying to produce a big damaging wind event here. Looks like 60. I guess it could even be 65 if it starts to bow out. A couple storms going offshore down here near Savannah, Georgia. Might see some water spouts out there. Few severe thunderstorm warnings to the south of Washington, D.C. This is heading over towards Prince Frederick. This is getting ready to head across into Cambridge. Fairmont, you guys are in the core of the storm right now. Lots of lightning to the south of you. So just to the south of Monongah, down towards Whitehall. Looks like the two storm mergers there. There's a lot of friction in the atmosphere creating all that lightning. Most likely a lot of ice particles way up in the atmosphere. Clarksburg, be on the lookout. Might be some spin coming in because you're right on the northern side of that bow echo. Right there near McAlphin, guys, there's a bound weak echo region. Was a little bit of spin there down to the south of Santiago. Yeah, there had to be a small brief spin up tornado near Pine Glen. I'm definitely convinced of that. It was very, very strong rotation, and even the correlation coefficient matched up. We're going to have to watch that carefully as that continues to move off to the northeast. So down to the south of Whitehall, there is a lot of rain. So we got 62 dBz on radar. That is very high. Looks like there's a little bit of hail mixed in, maybe some dime-sized hail. Echo tops are at 51,000 feet. A very healthy storm there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, anybody got any questions? I'm going to wait till this storm gets through the Fairmont area, and then I'm going to jump off. Just wanted to make sure everybody in the Fairmont area down here was safe, down through Shinston. Appreciate y'all joining me. Definitely hit that like button if you like the content. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try to do more of these, especially when severe weather is in our area. And thank you to everybody that sent some messages in the chat. Shout out to H2 Fluff. Thanks, brother. Shout out to Matt. Shout out to Lynn Elizabeth. Shout out to Yance Pants, Wraith 636. Thank you, brother. And shout out to now that's Beast Mode, and let's see, Keenan Friendy. I hope I pronounced that right. 1586. Thank you, guys. Appreciate everybody chatting with me tonight. Irwin area. Yeah, I can definitely look at that. Alright, so the Irwin area, there's some, looks like some moderate rainfall there. And you're on the backside of all this severe weather. Looks like nothing else behind this, so you should be in the clear. If you venture out, just watch out for flooded roadways if there are any. Remember, turn around, don't drown. Your life is way more important than where you're going. And they did drop that tornado possible tag down to the south, near for Grafton and Clarksburg. Very heavy rain on the I-79 interstate between Santiago and Eldora. Fairmont, you guys are in the moderate rain. You're going to get into a little bit of heavier rain on the backside of this, and then you're going to be in the clear. Colfax and Whitehall, you guys are still in the brunt. Right in the core of the storm. Looks like a lot of heavy rain, some winds. Like I said, no evidence of a tornado down here. Looks like Pine Glen definitely got hit, it looks like, I would assume. Alright, Fairmont, you're getting on the backside of the rain, so there's some moderate to heavy rain coming in once again, just for the backside. It's starting to fill in. Storm's moving just a slight bit faster at 35 knots, about 40 miles per hour. Oh, you're welcome. No problem, Kenneth. Appreciate it. Yes, you are out of the tornado warning area there. Yes. Thank you for stopping by and chatting. Appreciate it. Yeah, so you still are. So the Irwin area is still in the moderate to heavy rain. Moderate to light rain, I should say. There's a little bit of moderate rain in there mixed. But you're about to be on the back side of that, so you should be pretty clear. The only tornado warning right now is up to the north. This is up towards Pine Glen, Carthus. This is heading into Sproul State Forest. Looks like it's mostly rural area up here. Just be on the lookout if you are in state camp. Looks like it is going just to the north of Panther. So if you guys are in Panther, get to your safe place as quickly as you possibly can. And then this is going to head into Bear Swamp, but you guys are not included in the tornado warning at the moment. Morgantown, you're getting ready to come out of the rain. Star City as well. Fairmont, Pleasant Valley, you guys are still in the backside of the storm with the heavy rain. You can see right in here. Got some 40-degree temperatures up here in Canada showing up. 43, 41. And then we got 60s and 50s in Alaska, and then we got 34 along the northern coast there. 32, 31 along Alaska's northern coast. Down here in Mexico, we're looking at 95, 90 degrees down here. Miami, guys are sitting at looks like about 90, 91 degrees. 93 in West Palm Beach. Yeah, you guys are almost on the backside in Fairmont. Clarksburg, you guys are getting hit. You guys are in the core of the storm. The people that are getting hit the worst are down here towards McGee and eventually towards Fetterman. And then the Grafton City Hospital, you guys are going to get some of that really heavy rain. So it is moving east. And Colfax almost out. Yeah, almost there, guys. Almost there in Fairmont and Colfax area. You guys are getting through it. We're getting through it together. Storm's still going strong up here towards Panther. It's just moving out of that area. Looks like they canceled the tornado warning. That is good news. Looks like we have 0 tornado warnings at the moment. That one on the screen should drop off any second. All right, Fairmont, you guys are out of the severe thunderstorm warning. Severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled for Fairmont. Still ongoing for Pleasant Valley and Colfax, but you guys are on the back side of the storm, just in the moderate rain now. So you guys should be okay. Anybody on the YouTube side have any questions? Feel free to put them in the chat. Appreciate it. Alright, so yeah, Fairmont is out of the warning as we speak. All of the storms are pushing off towards Kingwood and then into Maryland as well. Storms are now coming into Somerset, and then they're getting ready to exit Johnstown. They're coming into Altoona and Hollidaysburg, getting ready to come into State College. The storm up near Milesburg to the north of Bellefontaine looks pretty intense on radar. Looks like a hook echo there. There's not much in the way of rotation, but we got to watch that. This could come up towards Mount Eagle, head up towards Howard, Bald Eagle State Park, Parvin, Cedar Springs, and then just to the south of Lock Haven. So we're going to have to watch that carefully. Just be careful out there, guys. 70-mile-per-hour winds coming into Mansfield and Blossburg up to north central Pennsylvania. Quarter-size hail heading into Higgins. This is going to head up towards Mount Carmel, Gordon, and Shenandoah. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's going to head up towards 81. Lansford and Nesquehoning, be on the lookout for some stronger storms heading in. Lancaster, you guys are in a special weather statement for this big cell coming out of Hanover, heading towards Red Lion and Columbia and Lancaster. This may get a severe thunderstorm warning on it, but only time will tell. We'll see. Winds still look like they are sub 50 miles per hour there. Washington, D.C., a couple storms coming in from the south. No severe warnings at the moment. Grafton, you guys are in the core of the storm. Pleasant Valley and Colfax, you guys are in the, you should be in the lighter rain now. In Fairmont as well. A little bit of a clearing to the west of Fairmont. And then just a little bit of rain on the backside of that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've been live for almost about 4 hours. So as we bring today's live coverage to a close, I want to personally thank every one of you for joining us here at World Weather Authority. Whether you've been with us for a few minutes or for the entire stream, your support helps make this channel possible. And if you found today's coverage helpful, please take a moment to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Those simple actions help our channel grow and allow us to reach more people with potentially life-saving weather information. So I definitely appreciate it. Please also share the content with your friends, family, especially during active weather situations. The more people we can reach, the better prepared our communities can be. And if you'd like to further support World Weather Authority, donations are always appreciated but never expected. Those can be found in the link in the description below, and you could also buy the 3 coloring books that I have on Amazon. So I have a Halloween one, I have a fall one, and I have a cryptid coloring book if you guys are interested in it. I'm also working on 3 more coloring books. It just takes a little bit to get those up and running. But your support helps us continue investing in radar software, weather data, streaming equipment, educational content, and future coverage improvements. I'm also exploring the possibility of launching channel memberships in the near future, which may provide additional ways for viewers to support the mission while receiving exclusive weather content, behind-the-scenes updates, member-only discussions, and other benefits as the channel continues to grow. More information on that will be forthcoming. And most importantly, thank you for being a part of this incredible weather community. Your support truly means the world to me. And so I just want to take a moment to pray for those affected by today's storms. So Heavenly Father, as we conclude this evening, we come before you with grateful hearts and ask for your protection, comfort, and guidance. Lord, we lift up every individual, family, and community affected by today's storms. We pray for those who have experienced damage to their homes, loss of electricity, flooding, fallen trees, or any hardship caused by severe weather. Please watch over those who may be hurting tonight, whether physically, emotionally, or financially. Bring them comfort during difficult moments and remind them that they are not facing these challenges alone. We pray for the safety of first responders, utility workers, emergency managers, law enforcement officers, firefighters, medical personnel, and all those who are working through the night to help others recover. So give them strength, wisdom, endurance, and protection as they serve their communities. We ask you for your continued protection over everyone still facing active severe weather tonight. Help families make wise decisions, stay alert, and remain safe as conditions continue to evolve. We also thank you for every life protected today. We recognize that every day is a gift from you. We are grateful for your mercy and grace. Help us to be a source of encouragement and compassion for one another. Let us reach out to those in need and demonstrate kindness, generosity, and love in the days ahead. And as night falls, grant peace to those who are anxious, strengthen those who are weary, and give hope to those who are struggling. We place our trust in you, and we ask for your continued guidance and protection. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So thank you guys for joining World Weather Authority, and I'm meteorologist Zachary Clark. Stay weather aware, stay safe, God bless. And thanks again for everything tonight, and thank you for everyone in the chat. We appreciate it. We hope that the coverage was good tonight. And again, like I said, this is a work in progress, but we're going to get there. And also with the coloring books, just to say that 10% of all revenue made from those goes to our local church. So we appreciate it, guys. God bless, and we'll see you next time. Never stop chasing.